We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
If you have a question or a query for JewelleryMaker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Buying from JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. JewelleryMaker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Welcome to JewelleryMaker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and the Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
At JewelleryMaker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
This is essentially a launch show. Yes, I have to tell you right now, right here, we are doing a launch show event. We have got for you the biggest of opportunities for your gemstone collection, because we are launching tonight exclusive, natural, Nigerian tourmaline. I've never, ever seen anything like this before. I mean, we source from some amazing places in the world, but I don't think we've ever had the chance to be able to secure from this one Mambilla location. We're talking a plateau location. It's in a national park. That's where we believe this is from, and this is the bit of the crux of the situation. If you ask any gemstone professional where you source tourmaline, it would not be classically Nigeria. Some of the biggest societies and gemstone research labs would lead you to Tanzania, they'd lead you to Mozambique and to Madagascar. They would not traditionally say that Nigeria has any kind of plentiful world-class qualities of tourmaline. In fact, any tourmaline at all. So this is one of the most exciting prospects, because we have got certified opportunity, guaranteed, totally natural Nigerian tourmaline tonight. It's amazing. Literally, when Tom and I sat down and he went, Vix, I don't think I've ever seen this kind of quality before. And I say, well, where's it from then? got the documentation. Right, literally, I even printed out the documentation because I was just like, hang on a minute, let's just take a pause for a moment. First of all, you've got the lab testing, and this is really crucial for anybody who buys from us. When you buy from us, you're not just buying from, you know, some computer system where essentially you're clicking and you don't know who you're buying from and you can't trust them. What you're doing is buying from a business that has a huge reputation, an incredible supply source, and on top of that, we do lab tests. So when we say it, you know what you're getting. You know, when you buy from other places, the chances are they don't give you the guarantee that what they're saying you're buying is actually what it really is. You might have been bitten by that before, and once you're bitten, twice shy, isn't it? This is the lab test. So this guarantees, take a look at that, results confirm natural origin. This is the real deal. This is the conclusion of this strand, and you can see for yourself natural origin. Now that's number one. Now that's when I went, boom, nailed, I said. Oh, no, says our Tom. We also have a guaranteed confirmation. What does it say? Just here, country of origin, guaranteed, Nigerian. Oh my, shaboom is what we say to that. It is a huge launch show exclusive, natural, first of all. Second of all, we're talking Nigerian tourmaline. Really, really exciting. We're bringing you that, and we've got so much to look forward to. We have the gorgeous Hayley joining us today.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Haven't been with you for ages.
That really ages, and
Yeah.
actually I'm rather impressed because we're in sync.
We are
blending
in sync.
today in our
Yeah.
colours. It's like we've both hang on. So what are you going to wear?
And it matches one of the kit colours, doesn't
my
it?
goodness
So we really
me.
are in sync.
Look at these. I mean, the thing is when you say appetite, I think in some ways appetite is so many different grades of colour, isn't it? Appetite has got that individuality. Whether you are talking about turquoise, whether you're going to talk about neon ocean colours, you've got something a little bit special. Take a look at those. Look at those colours. They are absolutely stunning, aren't they? And this is one of the pairs of earrings that you could be making from kit number 2 today. Did you see what I did there?
I did.
I did like some kind of dance move. Right, watch this.
With a little 2 in there.
I know, isn't it? Kit number 2.
Nice.
Oh yeah, launch show. Looking forward to lots of treats today. Now it's going to be on and gone. You're going to have to be fast. You're going to have to be furious. It is beautiful beading showcase, which means we've got loads to show you, lots of beading opportunities, and loads of individuality for your jewellery designs. So you've got to be quick. These are going to be on. They're going to be gone. You see it, you want it, you go for it. We're starting as we mean to go on. We're going to start with silver pearls. Now you may as well call these metallic pearls, but if we call them metallic pearls you would be spending a lot more money than what we're about to charge you, because these are the real deal freshwater luxury pearls. You've got that gorgeous tonal quality to a pearl that just creates such an elegance, such a natural beauty against the skin. And I think because of the button shape, this colour really does work so well, doesn't it? You've got that sparkle, shimmer. It's not an abrasive metallic quality. It's what? It's £4.90. No, it's not £4.95. This is the kind of day it's going to be. We're going to be on, we're going to be gone. We are literally, we're pricing to be on and gone. Today it is buy it while we've got it. These are the chances. We've got a launch opportunity in our big deal of the day. But actually, in reality, every deal is going to be a big one. Every deal is going to be something you don't want to miss out on. See it, want it, go for it. It's as simple as picking up the phone, dialing that number at the bottom of the screen just there. It's a free phone number. And you can join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Whichever way you want to do it, you can get involved. Now, you pay £1 postage and packaging for the whole day. So if you joined us at 8 o'clock this morning, 1 o'clock this afternoon, 4 o'clock, whenever you joined us and already made your purchase, now you're just adding to your order. You can stack that order. You could have 2 things in your order, 1 thing, or 20,000 things. Don't matter, 1p&p. Imagine if you bought 20,000 things in one day. You'd won the lottery.
Absolutely.
That's the way to do it, isn't it? Right, we have got lots and lots, fast and furious, on and gone deals that we have for you. Let's see if we can put some gorgeous, stick with the metallic theme, beautiful quality of your pyrite Pyrite is a really interesting gemstone, often known as fool's gold, because it has this amazing metallic edge to it. And again, if you did want to play with those tonal qualities, and I think this is the important thing about, you know, designs at jewelry making, it is about playing, isn't it?
Absolutely. Playing is designing.
Yeah.
And that's the fun bit. It's also the hardest bit, but it's the fun bit.
And I think also we can often be scared with the is it right, is it wrong? No such thing.
No, there's so many different tastes out there. There's something for everybody, so don't
And
be
never
afraid.
be frightened,
No.
especially when you're working with genuine gemstones, especially when you've got the freedom of knowing that you're playing with something that you can, if it's not right, break it down and start again. You know what I always think is if you're going to break it down, then you've got to break it down in a really cool way. Oh my gosh, Tom is, what is he doing? He's breaking it down.
He's really breaking it down.
Do you see what I did there, Dan? I even sang to Dan in production. I have got a whole song about, I mean, it's quite amazing, wasn't it, Dan? And then I went into a rap, and Dan said that I needed to practice my rap because he wasn't quite so sure. Like the song, but not the rap. I'll break it down for you later. £3.95. We're breaking the limits of these prices right now, taking you as low as we can go. An amazing chance, huge opportunities. Everybody pays our final low price. I love the fact that actually Adam's just going, I just feel really sorry for your kids, Vix. I mean, I just feel sorry for them. They have no idea. They're still young. They're still young. They have no idea. Right, next up. Now, you're going to have to be really quick on this one because Wire has been really hot to trot today. On and gone. And that is the whole point of this whole show. Apart from our big launch of course, Nigerian tourmaline. That's at 8 o'clock. We are bringing you rose-coloured wire now. Now, what's interesting about rose-coloured wire, and I guess it's the same with all rose-coloured metal, is that it's got a beautiful way of marrying alongside other gemstones and other colours. I think it's got a fusion of quality about it that perhaps white gold or silver or even gold can actually offer. This brings you the something different. You've got here elastostock rose-coloured gold, rose-coloured copper wire, put that together, 1mm gauge, 0.8, 0.6 and 0.4. It's 40 metres in total. It is literally going to sell out. You've got to be fast, you've got to be furious. We're not hanging around with these deals. You see it, you want it. Oh,
very good.
That is sick. That means £1.25. Did maths there. Or £1.24-ish. Right, you're paying less than £1.25 for each 10 metres. 10 metres for less than £1.25. I mean, who else? Where else? You just can't imagine anywhere else trying to even achieve.
Yeah.
But it's not just about getting a great value, because that's very obvious. It's about quality as well.
Definitely.
And I think there is a distinction, isn't there?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get something that's really, really cheap, but you know it's cheap because when you use it,
it
feels it.
Yeah.
Or it is, you know, you just don't have the durability or the wearability. Here, we're bringing you what we guarantee is our luxury of wire, which we have got a huge reputation for, which we're not prepared to lose out on, and we're still pushing the boundaries to price. And that's where we win. I mean, it is a win-win, isn't it?
Absolutely. And at that price, you can experiment to your heart's content.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially with this gauge combination.
Yeah.
Because this is a gauge combination you don't want to miss out on. It's got everything you want, from making it structural to making it beautifully binding and weaving. If you've watched today, of course, you've had the wonderful Alison Tarry joining you there. I'm sure she's already inspired you with some wire work, so you could get started with that wire bundle. Congratulations if you got that one. We're going straight on. Now, I wouldn't have picked these up based on the price that I've just been told in my ear. I wouldn't have picked these up because actually I'd have picked up one and I've gone, yep, great price tag. Great price tag coming your way for one stunning cabochon, because that really is a stunning cabochon, isn't it? Oh, but no. Oh, no. How about 300 carats guaranteed. 300 carats, that means each one of these individually will be shaped and formed, different weights, but I'll guarantee 300 carats. And what's nice about this combination is you have got the variant shapes, and also what you have got is the different sizes. So maybe one for a pendant, one for the wrist, one for the hand. You've got variety, so you've got wearability guaranteed in each one of these, depending on where you want to place it. A combination guaranteeing here 300 carats of unakite. Can't even remember the last time I saw unakite, let alone saw it at $7.90. Now do you see what I mean? If I pick up one of these and I say that's $7.95, I mean a cabochon, a focal point for a piece of jewellery.
Absolutely.
And all you need is that wire.
Yeah.
And you're done.
Yeah.
Because actually you could wire wrap, you could create something, really net the gemstone into place. I mean, you put that together, you want less than £13? You get that combination. Look how complementary the wire is alongside the unakite. And if you get that combination for less than £13, I mean, that's jewellery made.
Yeah, and it's perfect autumnal colours as well.
Isn't it?
So
Yeah.
it's a good time to get that in there.
And this is the way to really, I guess you're right, play with design,
Yeah.
play with style.
Absolutely.
You know, you've never worked with wire before. This is a perfect gemstone to do that with because it's got a hardiness, it's got a wearability factor. If you do like the wire is limited availability. It's all on and gone, and it's first come, first served. Congratulations if you've got that combination. Right, we're going straight on to. Ooh. Can we take a look at that? Ah, I was wondering if now they're classified as fancy shapes. Well, they are fancy, but I'm sure that we could find a better way to describe them than the word fancy. I'm sure we could come up with something a little bit, because actually perhaps these are pincered, perhaps these are hourglass. You know,
that's a good one.
an hourglass. Maybe we'll stick with that.
Bamboo shape, maybe.
Bamboo, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Me old bamboo, me old bamboo. You better bother with me old bamboo.
Maybe not.
Anyone? 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 No. None of the boys singing along. I thought they were going to get the bamboo out and do some jumping over. Go on, boys. Nobody. I mean, come on, Dan. He's not jumping. Well, he's going to jump for joy when I say £4.95. Watch this. Watch this jump for joy. Ready? Go. Yes! £4.95. Dan officially jumping for joy. Under £5. We're bringing a beautiful distinction. Shape, congratulations to you. Edith, you've got yours. Dorothy, congratulations to you. Everybody pays that final price. Now don't forget, with every single deal we are offering you here, these are literally on and gone. We're not offering these with big quantities like we'd like to. We're offering you with the last of stock availability. The prices are dropping to take them to sell out. We are absolutely pricing to sell out. So make the most of this opportunity. You've got the distinction of shape, which it can obviously facilitate design. And one of the nicest parts about this shape is that it really has got a detail that's already invested into the look. So you can do very little and it's going to make you show stop in jewellery. But actually you can really play with that shape. Maybe you're going to wire up around the pincered part.
Yes.
Maybe you're going to embroider that with detail around that formation. Congratulations, Isabel. Marie, you've got yours. Buys in County Durham and Merseyside, Gloucestershire, Glamorgan. Congratulations, Surrey. You're not going to be sorry. Yes. Oh, love it. Now then, I know it's such a good day, isn't it? I mean, jumping for joy again, Dan? Just checking. Yes, he is. Dan's like, is Vic's working tomorrow night? Because I'm not in. I've got me tomorrow night as well, like Dan. You're not on. But you're going to want to be on now, aren't you? Come on. You're going to ask just to swap, just so you can work with me tomorrow night, aren't you, Dan? I'll try. You'll try, see? He'll try his best not to be here, I think, is the answer. Now, these are really funky because these are swivel lobster clasps. Now, if I just show you, you actually have a rotation on them. Can you see that? Can you see the rotation? So it means that you have something that facilitates movement within your design. Now, in some ways, this is a really, really practical element, but one of the things I always think about practicality is it sometimes is not as always pretty, because practicality normally comes at a price, but with these, I mean, you've got the solid style of the clasp, you've got that real luxury feel, but then you've got the detail, you've got the consideration of practical design. Love this opportunity. £3.95. Oh, by the way, not just one, it's a pack of 3 for £3.95. All 3, so what's that, £1.33-ish, you know, give or take, a penny or so. If you want to join us on this deal, an amazing opportunity, £1.33. Well, if it was 32, it would be £1.32, yeah, it'd be 0.6, wouldn't it? Oh, I can't believe I made that kind of rookie mistake by a penny. Oh, forgive me. I'll go away and really reprimand myself on that one. £3.95 is already paid. I think especially when you've got like heavier weighted jewellery,
yes,
you almost need a little bit of leverage of movement, don't you?
You absolutely do. So on a big chunky bracelet, that would work really well. And also if you battle with fastening up your bracelets, but you want a secure clasp, that would work beautifully because it can twist to your finger.
And actually, one of the things that, so my family have a history of arthritis.
Yes.
My auntie Sandra, my mum, we all have like my auntie Lil, all used to suffer. And I guess I'm getting to a point where I'm starting to acknowledge that, you know, you suddenly start to feel, especially when it gets cold,
yes,
and you go, oh, you know, your hands start to hurt. If you struggle with dexterity issues, the nice thing about this is that it's got a really large clasp. Can you see the size of that? Now, for somebody like me, that's really important.
17 millimetres, that is. So that's a big old clasp, isn't it?
And it does
but
make
it still
a
looks
difference.
elegant.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's practical, but it's still doing the job. I think that's really important to do the prettiness, but also a job.
Yeah.
Right, let's do a box clasp. Ooh. Okay, we'll have a look around for that. We're going to have a look for that one because that's not here. Can we show it? Can we show a little clippity clip? Have we got a slide? We've got a slide. I really like this kind of style of clasp. One of our designs last week, and I'm trying to think who it was with. It was Katie, and we had a multi-strand bracelet. And actually, the multi-strand bracelet looked beautiful, but when it then rotated and you saw the clasp, it just changed. It elevated. It created a real drama of elegance to the jewellery. And that's what a clasp can be. It doesn't have to be a hideaway. It doesn't have to be a, you know, lose it because you don't like it. It's actually the other way about it. It actually becomes a feature. It becomes a focal point.
Absolutely.
And that's what you've got here. The quality of this focal point. It's finished with cubic zirconia running through the double band there. It's channel set, as you can see there. And it's a really solid clasp. I'm just going to show you the dynamics of the profile so you can see that solid dynamic in every profile. Yours for the taking. It is a solid box clasp. You can see there you've got that pincer design that then pulls away and then clips back in again. So it's really, really simple style. How about we say should be, could be £6.95. On and gone. Brand new low price tag. This is it. Go, go, go. Now, if you haven't already picked up the phone, you've got to be quick tonight. We are going fast and furious. £6.95, £5.95, £4.95 is all you pay. Brand new low, never been seen before price tag. Make the most of the deals while we've got them. This is gold plated base metal cubic zirconia set 5-strand box clasp that you have here. You get this luxury 28 by 10 millimeter clasp. Multi-purchase coming in on this deal now. I mean, especially coming up into the festive season where you want a bit of sparkle, a little bit of pizzazz into the jewellery that you're creating, and you want, whether it's you're wearing it, gifting it, presenting it to sell, you want something that makes people stop and stare, and that's every part of the design.
Absolutely.
Not just, you know, the top part or the side part. You want everything to have that show-stopping feel. And for £4.95, you've got a guarantee that you've got that with this kind of clasp.
100%. You could have 5 rows of black beads, whatever you choose, and just that clasp, And it's a wow piece.
And that's an interesting thing because actually, you know, because you're paying for the clasp at $4.95, you want to make sure that you have the right price point. If you know your customer market or your gift market is actually that you only want to spend a $5, or you buy this and then actually you use your stash. But if you say, right, my budget's £10, right, spend £5 on pearls, make up a beautiful pearl bracelet and use this as an additional clasp to make it a focal point. You can really play with this being the centerpiece, can't you? Hold those lines and don't miss out on this deal. You got to be quick like Angela, Mary, Glenda, congratulations. Pamela's multi-purchased in Shropshire, congratulations. Francois, you've got yours in Berkshire. Buyers holding on the lines, we'll process your call as fast as you can. It is busy and it's fast and it's furious. This is the whole point of this showcase. We have got some amazing deals to be able to bring you. How many? I'm going to ask the question, are these small? Are they small? No.
I'd say no.
I'd say no as well. I mean, these are, see, they always think, when I look at this size, all I go is that, right, I'm going to start off with a bracelet. I'm going to start with a nice stretchy bracelet. Now, a stretchy bracelet, if they were small, would be an insignificant bracelet. If I put that on the wrist, do you think that that's insignificant? No. And that's the whole point, is that is an impacting look, isn't it?
Absolutely. And for nuggets, they're also really beautifully polished,
Deep colour as well, and that's what you get.
Yeah.
Let's just see how many bracelets you could be making. Now, I once did this. Here's a story, right? I once did this, and I once got to there, and I thought, I can still do this, right? And I thought, right, I'm going to do it. Well, I did it, right? I'm not going to do it tonight, right? I did it, and it got stuck. I mean, literally, just got it stuck, and I went, I'll just leave it on, right? And then they're going, you can't get off, can you? And I went, no, I can't get it off. In the end, they had to chop it off because I'd just got it stuck on my wrist. So I shan't do that today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I reckon 6 bracelets.
Yes.
6 bracelets you could be making from this one luxury 98cm strand of rich coloured Zambian amethyst. 6 bracelets you could be making for... I'm sure that said $6.95. That definitely said $6.95. For a moment that said $6.95. It has dropped. It did. Oh, that's all right then. I was thinking, yeah, I'm sure I saw that. £4.95 is all you paid. Does that work, what, 86, 87p? Is that right? 83 pence. Oh, I was out on that one. 83 pence a bracelet. Amazing. And then if you start to think about, the craft fairs, you're going to have a school Christmas fair and things like that, and you want to do just a stall of simple jewellery for the kids even, just for the kids to pick up, £1. I can charge £1.
Absolutely.
And actually, granted, I'm not going to make a huge amount of money, but those children are going to be thrilled that they've got a luxury bracelet of genuine gemstones. Cost me probably nothing to really make because it's elastic and it's gemstones. But actually, or in all honesty, get the kids to make it themselves. I might have a craft stall of make it yourself jewellery. You provide the gemstones which they're going to love, and this is the way to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's their first gemstone purchase.
Imagine
Isn't that cute?
I mean, but it's not glass, it's not plastic, it's not something that they're going to lose because they're actually going to take pride, especially if you give them a little certificate. You could actually create your own, you're now in ownership of a genuine gemstone bracelet, and you give them that so that they feel it's a treasure, because it is. Genuine gemstones, and wearing genuine gemstones is such a treasure, and it's such a great feeling.
It is.
That actually for £1, you can give them that opportunity. I might charge them £1.50 so that,
I think I'd go. Maybe £2.
But you've got that perspective of opportunity. I've started to talk myself into that for the Christmas craft fair.
Yes, brilliant idea.
I might do that.
Yeah.
I might do that. I've got myself. See, if my husband hears that, he's going, when have you got time for that, Vix? Now, honestly, stop adding things to your life. Let's just do something. Right, we have got something that you don't want to miss out on. We're talking about creating impact jewellery, and we're going to do it in style, on and gone. These are like planets. I mean, they're literally like individual planets. Look at this. Have you ever been to the Science Museum in London?
Yeah.
Right, and then you can go to the, they've got like the whole outer space section, haven't they? Right, and it's a fascinating thought process, isn't it? Because here we are living on this planet, and you kind of forget sometimes you're on a planet. Because you're so busy in your life that you forget you're living on a planet that's going around, and that, you know, you forget you're moving, and you forget that's happening, don't you? Anyway, I digress. If you go somewhere like the Science Museum, it makes you stop and just think.
Yes.
It reminds you what you're part of, where you live, and actually, when you start to see the outer planets and actually everything else, these have that same kind of stop and pause moment of individually unique, almost planetary qualities. You've got here so many colours. Look at this combination here. Absolutely exquisite. I love this. I mean, look at that one.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you could almost imagine that's the planet that sits face to the sun and back to, you know, to the sun. So you've almost like got one side to the other.
Yeah.
And then you've got this burning colour, so this one's got to be close to the sun, hasn't it? Can you see what I mean by they've got like planetary effects that you have just there, and you've got all of these individual qualities. Look at that one.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Spectacularly different. And you know, the lovely thing is about these is that I'm looking at them by themselves. I'm not looking at them as a strand. I'm looking at these as individual gemstones.
Because each one of them is different and unique, and they tell a different story.
So if I chop this up, I'd actually happily sell you each one of these individually, because I can imagine them sitting individually in a piece of jewellery. I can imagine actually perhaps, you know, setting perhaps 3 together on a nice simple wristwear piece. I'd take 1 or 2 of these and just leave them centerpieces to the neckline. Just one of them, because the colours and qualities are so unique that I wouldn't want to blur the quality of that individuality. I'd let the gemstone do the talking. You know, there's a couple of strands that we've got coming up. I just think I might stack alongside, you know, a gem strand like this one. I'd maybe stack this alongside, so maybe break it up so I've got some kind of individuality and letting the gemstones hold their own. And that's what I think we're always looking for. With gemstones, we want them to have their own individual quality. And I think especially in the current climes, I work alongside a number of buying teams for gemstones. And interestingly enough, they've all been to some very big gem dealing fairs recently. And they said, coming back from these fairs, there are more and more synthetic replicas of gemstones on the marketplace. And actually some of the biggest gem fairs now sit within almost a split of 50-50 genuine gemstones and the fakes. And in truth, you want to, when you're working with genuine gemstones, you want them to look genuine.
You do.
You want them to have that individuality about them.
Yeah.
If you want something to be mass produced, a piece of glass that looks exactly the same over and over again, that can happen. And we give you the opportunity to have that kind of quality of design ingredient. But actually, if you want to work with genuine gemstones, you kind of wanted to get something different. You want to make sure that people know you're wearing something different. You're working and designing with individually unique gemstones. This strand provides exactly that, because every one of these gemstones shouldn't be on a strand. We should be selling them separately, individually unique stones. Every one of these has got a story of unique beauty to tell. I wouldn't stack them or layer them. I'd have them by themselves, holding their own. And that's actually where sometimes we come into a bit of a dilemma, because we've stranded this combination. We've put them all together, and because we put them all together, we have to price them as one unit. If we sold them separately, we'd charge you a lot more money. £12.95 for the full strand. For the full strand, you're paying less than £13. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. There's 25 gemstones on this. 25 individuals, that's just over 50 pence each. Now, if I charged you, you'd think I was offering you, you know, the synthetic. If I said you can have one of those gemstones for 50p, because the truth is we don't expect this kind of grading of individually unique and beautiful gems to be 50p or so. We expect it to be considered purchase pricing, and yet by putting them on the strand, we're bringing you that extra special deal. £12.95 is already paid. Pamela, you've got yours. Candy, great to know you're joining us. Mary's there in Norfolk. Linda's joined me in London. Congratulations to buyers. If you're holding on the line, stay there. We'll answer your call as fast as we can. Good news is you're investing your time, not your money, on our phone lines, because it is a free phone number that you're dialing. You're getting through to a fantastic call centre. I know our call centre team very, very well. Good friends of mine. So all I can tell you is that when you get through to them, they will give you everything they've got to give you a great customer service. So if you do want to give it a try, maybe you've never bought from us before, why not dial? Why not get through? And if you've got any questions to ask away. Many of them are jewellery makers themselves, and so I'm sure if they don't know the answer, they'll find the answer out for you. Right, let's go straight on to... Now these have got to be natural, because there is no way you could create synthetic colour like this. And I think if you've got an eye for it, you know when a synthetic pearl comes your way, but you also know when a bleached pearl comes, because a bleached pearl can almost be a little bit like that. You know when you see some people who've had their teeth done and you kind of go, oh, because their teeth look lovely, but you know that they're not their natural colour. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's some celebrities where you go,
yes.
Beautiful teeth. But they're just, they're just beyond natural.
Yeah,
and that's the thing, is that if it's bleached, it often means that it's been stripped of the natural beauty of the gem. Not here. Totally natural colour. These are natural white freshwater pearls, and as soon as you see them, you'll see what I mean by the natural tone of that ice white. Now these are white. Right, these are white. They're not blurred white. They're not antique white. They're not champagne. They are white. What they're not is bleached white, which would be a very different situation altogether. That means they would be dyed or bleached, obviously. So what you have here is nature's colour of white. I was working alongside a very, very well-known Bond Street pearl dealer just a couple of weeks ago, and he said categorically, and you've got to know this, very clear, because he's one of the biggest dealers and he owns a pearl farm for himself, and he was out there 2 weeks before I interviewed him. He said categorically the price of pearls for him is shifting, and it's shifting fast, and it's going very, very, very expensive. They've had 2 very poor harvests. This is the 3rd harvest that's been poor. The price of pearls for him, and he's a dealer, which means obviously in trade it then gets reflected into retail. The prices are going up according to him. See, that just makes me look like I'm not telling the truth. When you say that £6.95, it does though, doesn't it? I mean, if I was watching and you've never met me before, she'd go, well, that can't be true then, can it? Like that Bond Street pearl dealer. Yeah, whatever, Vicky. Genuinely, I was interviewing. It was probably, now let's think about it. It's probably about 4 weeks ago I was interviewing him. So, I mean, I can't tell you anything other than that happened. And he said, and he'd just come back from Australia. And he, as I say, his family owns a whole farm, a pearl farm in Australia. And the yield is just, no. A pearl farm is essentially how pearls are found, and how they are generated in nature is then captured in farms so that they can give you the natural beauty, but within an environment that makes it easier to supply, and that's all it is. So it's all fresh water, it's all natural, as you can see here, but they are cultured, so they're in farms, and it's as simple as that. But these are not the kind of prices that you've got to expect going forward, not according to the big inside giants of the pearl industry. They're saying this is a shifting market, and the shift is up, not down. $6.95. Obviously Tom didn't hear me say that before he took the price down. Selective hearing, as our Tom. Make us a cup of tea, Tom. See, he didn't even hear that. $6.95 is all you pay. Please do hold those lines. Don't forget it's one poster and packaging for the whole day. So if you have already purchased from us today, you can add to your order. Let's go straight to, now I do like moonstone. I was talking to my children about moonstone just the other day because my son's studying, he's 7, and he's just started Key Stage 2. So obviously new topic starts a new term, and his new topic is the Stone Age. And obviously, that's when Mummy becomes interesting, because Mummy knows quite a lot about stones and gemstones, and Mummy's got lots of books that he can take to school, and everybody can go, ooh. So we were talking about the really interesting gemstones that I love, and I said I love moonstone, and he went, are they from the moon?
Aww.
And I said, well, no, they're not, but they look like it. And then I don't know whether you knew, but last night was a full moon. And last night, when we were, I said to him, right, come here, my darling, like, just got putting him into bed, come here. And I looked and I went, see that moon? Because the moon was so bright last night. I said, see that moon? That's what moonstone looks like. And I'll see if I can get you some to show. And he's like that. Can I show and tell it at school? Can I show and tell it at school? So if this strand disappears, it's just because it's for a school project. You got to hear that. But if you think about it, the halo of light that a moon creates, and especially the moonstone that we have, which is high class, which is that gorgeous, almost, it creates light outside of its actual substance. So you've got the actual shape of the stone, but it then has a halo of light that illuminates. Oh, come on. I mean, these prices are really naughty today. £4.45. We are pushing everything. Really, really pushing those deals. Literally every penny coming off that price tag. £4.45 is all you pay. You can see the luminosity. You can see how the light is glowing. I mean, absolutely incredible qualities that you have. And I think that's the nice thing about this. Look at how it glows. Look at that.
It's gorgeous.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Moonstone galore. Halo effect for £4.45. And you don't have to use a lot of this gemstone for it to make that impact, to create that luminosity to your design. You could perhaps use this as quite a mystical addition to your jewellery craftsmanship. £4.45, and that's for a full 38cm strand as well. Hold those phone lines, got queues on those lines. Again, it is very busy tonight because we are pushing and we're giving you everything we've got. We have, of course, got a big launch event happening. 8 o'clock this evening, we are launching Nigerian tourmaline. I mean, I bet my bottom dollar that you'll go to me, Nigeria, Tanzanian Vix, surely, Madagascar, Mozambique, surely Vix. No, 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 no. We're talking Nigerian. I reckon this is not actually from a mine. I think this might be from a tiny pocket rather than from an actual mining location. It's probably been found alongside the sapphire mines in Mambila, which is a province within Nigeria. I don't think that this will be a mined gemstone. I think this is just a lucky find. And I say that based on the fact that when I spoke to Tom, there's only 50. And that gives me even more of a feel that we've bought a tiny parcel rather than we've secured a mining yield. So this is a real treat, a big opportunity. Launching tonight. Nigerian tourmaline. We have got for you. Now, I've not seen these before. These are amazing. Oh, the design on each one of them is exquisite. Oh, you see, you look at something like this and you go, right, what design? And it'll come straight to you because the pattern and the shape of the actual detail that's exquisite.
That is incredible.
Isn't it?
Wow, I've never seen those before. It definitely evokes thoughts of animal print,
yes,
or
doesn't
tribal,
it?
Or something.
Again,
like
great
that.
for autumn. You know,
Yes.
got that like kind of real, like striking quality about it. Wait about though, because if that one looks like this, what about?
Oh wow! Now that also looks like a view of the Earth from above, doesn't it? Yeah.
It almost has an artist's palette of colour, isn't it? Okay, so if you like that one, wait for this one. Ready? I mean, they're all unique. Oh, this one's got pearlescence. Can you see it? It reminds me of almost a tiger's eye-like quality. Can you see? It's got that chatoyan-like quality.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to keep on showing you these because they're all different. Now, every single bundle that we're offering you will be different. Every single opportunity will be unique. Now, we are going to guarantee the carat weight So that means you've got much more assortment of gemstone shapes and sizes that will come in your bundle. So we're guaranteeing 110 carats. This is your petersite. Now, I can't even remember the last time I saw petersite.
A long time ago.
I'm genuinely trying to work out when was the last time. That is a pretty cool opportunity when I've then just been told the price tag, especially when we haven't seen something like this for a very long time. Well, certainly I haven't. I really love the idea of giving you the chance to work with something that can inspire your creativity. Often we'll get messages when we're doing things like the Wall of Fame going, I had a moment where, you know, I lost my mojo and I found it because this gemstone has inspired me. And I think sometimes that's what you need, isn't it? You need that inspiration, something that'll just give you that oomph.
Yeah.
And I can imagine each one of these pieces could be in your inspiration.
Absolutely.
Each one could give you an individual impact to your jewellery creations. And that's what we're looking for. As jewellery makers, we don't want to make the same piece of jewellery over and over again. Well, maybe you do. But perhaps also what you want is every single piece of jewellery, even if you match the design, that you get something different aesthetically. Well, this gemstone is most certainly going to give you that individuality, give you that unique quality. They are absolutely stunning. That reminds me of an incredible place I went to in France called, I don't know how you quite say it, La Crue, I think it's called La Crue 2. And it's actually, you go into the caves and it's all cavemen etched artwork. It's the most extraordinary, and it was found by a boy, and nobody believed him until they took it. And it was literally for years they were going, I found it, and nobody believed him. And this reminds me, because you've got that almost tribal-like quality, isn't there?
Absolutely.
There's almost like that etching of detail that you can imagine being carved, which it's not. I mean, this is nature's carvings of pattern and print. Love, love, love this Cabochon set. Combination of 110 carats, different shapes, different sizes, price tag £20.45. We're taking you to the lowest price possible. This is literally squeezing you as low as we can go. $20.45 is already paid, and every one of these is going to be that show-stopping talking point. Every one of these is going to be that individually something different piece of jewellery that you want to make. Massive congratulations if you've got a phone in your hand. Something special for your jewellery design, that's what you've got here, guaranteed. I mean, imagine that as a beautiful solitaire ring. How many people are going to have petersite as their solitaire ring? I mean, I don't know anybody. An amazing treat, an amazing opportunity, yours for the taking. Hold those phone lines, a huge opportunity. Stay on those lines. Massive congratulations, all yours for the taking. I'm going to have to say sorry. Oh, I just had a certain moment. Oh, I'm so sorry. Right. So I shouted to Tom, make us a cup of tea, just as a joke, and then a gorgeous cup of tea is just coming. I've just gone, oh, I can't drink tea. I'm really sorry. It was just me being funny. Oh, they're just, and everybody's just so nice and so thoughtful. I only drink hot water, so sorry. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Now, if you are, oh, hello there, Liz. She says, it's not just you that's gloriously glamorous, Vicki. Those stunning raindrops of tourmaline are utterly sublime. Aren't they? Aren't they? I'm really excited, actually. Really, really excited. Especially when I get to work with gemstones a lot of my time in my job. But actually, when something stops me in my tracks, I just love nature because it just keeps me going. It keeps me entertained and it keeps me excited because I never know what's going to happen next. Nigerian, and some of the grading of this is just extraordinary. I mean, here I'm looking at the colours that I've never seen before. Cyberites. I mean, cyberites alongside dravites. You know, some of the rarest colours of tourmaline. Rubelites. Extraordinary. Really exciting qualities of colour, guaranteed. Verdolite. Can you see the verdolite coming round there? The verdolite, that's the brighter green. There. Can you see the brighter green? So the darker green would be a chrome grade, but actually your lighter grades, so your lime grades of tourmaline, they're classified as verdolite. So that's what you've got there. Really special. Brand new. Now, I'm looking at this strand and I just was like, yeah, I know what you're going to do. You're going to buy this, you're going to put it in your stash, you're going to work with it all the way through towards Christmas, because this is a stash must-have if you're heading towards your festive season, because this is the one that can create that almost ice-like quality, can create a real frosted-like feel, and it's got a clarity to it which is really impressive. It means that you can put any thread through it and the thread will reflect into the actual stone itself. So if you want to perhaps create something a little bit more mystical, perhaps you're going to put through a nice wire through here, perhaps you want to put a red through so you can create that almost, you know, Christmas red and white formation. You've got so much potential in this strand, a real treat. Clear quartz plain rounds, they're 4mm and it's a 38cm strand, all for one price tag. This is one of those must-haves. I think especially if you're a traditional must-have jewellery maker for beading, this is perfect. Perfect beading material. It's the kind of beaded shape, size and quality that you know you can make the use out of. And it might be that you use it half a strand and then you leave the rest and you actually then go, oh, you know, a few months later, oh, that's what I need, and it's there. You have stash builders, don't you?
Absolutely. You couldn't live without them, really.
No.
And then when you don't have them, you miss them.
And exactly, and you kick yourself because then you think to yourself, should have, could have, and I didn't.
Absolutely.
And you miss out on making that piece of jewellery that you wish you'd made.
Yeah.
Now we do have a stash builder kit coming your way at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock. So if you're looking for big colours and you're looking for plenty of luxury gemstones to get you started, or alternatively to build your stash, we've got something special going on. And I can tell you now, the jewellery that you're going to be making, wow, it is a pop of colour guaranteed. £6.95 is all you pay. Great must-have of gemstones. Right, we have got plenty more to look forward to. Nigerian tourmaline launching at 8 o'clock. So that's what, an hour and 10 minutes away or so. I think we should have some kind of countdown, something like that. We should have some time. I might set the alarm clock on my phone so that when the alarm goes off, we have to play it. I might do that. I might not, because I'm not very good at technology. But either way, we have got you plenty more treats on and gone, and more star buys. This is a really special strand. I mean, this really is such a unique opportunity, because this is a brand new strand. It's never been seen before. And what you have here is the elite microfaceting qualities of gem cutting that then is maximized, almost dramatized, intensified, magnified by this wonderful coating that creates an eternity of color shifting, from turquoises to pinks, purples to blues, yellows and oranges. You have all of that sat over the surface of this fantastic strand, and this really is world-class craftsmanship. Never underestimate what you're buying when you're purchasing from JewelleryMaker. The one thing we have to identify is that we are world leaders when it comes to sourcing genuine gemstones for jewellery making, and to top it off, we work with some of the highest grade lapidarists in the world. We source directly from Jaipur most of the time, which is the world leading lapidarist city. World renowned gem cutters work there, and some of the largest and most important gemstone cutting opportunities are created in that one area. And when you see the craftsmanship of this strand, no surprise that it sits at this length. There's no surprise that because that's the size that you would normally get for this grade of microfaceting, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Yes, microfaceted and 30 centimeters of luxury. And when you start to think about what kind of investment of time, skill, experience is required to cut each one of these gemstones, 3mm They're not, you know, they're not anything other than truly perfected little crafted works of art that you have here. World class with that light bouncing. You've then got those luxury colors really playing. I mean, if you've got that want of, especially coming up into this season where, you know, the next couple of seasons are about perhaps evenings out, when you want that little bit of sophisticated dazzle, where you don't want it to be too bling, but you want it to have a lift and a shift of color. You want it to have that something a little bit different to your jewelry. This is the strand that offers. You've got the quality of the shape and the cut. You've got the quality of that sublime shift of color, and you've got it all in a strand of 30 centimeters, which means you've got plenty to work with. How about that for world-class qualities at rock bottom jewellery maker prices? We're talking £8.95. I mean, that's one piece of jewellery. You don't need to think about making 4 or 5 pieces of jewellery. You can make one luxury item, because that's £8.95 only. And that's what makes this special. It is brand new, and it's a serious opportunity to really bring out the luxury to your jewellery collection, to your jewellery design. You can work with so many different styles of gemstones and synthetics, but actually when you've got master craftsmanship, you know it. You instantly appeal against that to your design to bring out the best, to bring out that individuality. That's exactly what you've got now. I've got cues on the lines. Again, this is a busy old day. This is a buy it while we've got it event. This is a brand new strand, never been seen before, and we're introducing it to you straight to a launch price offer of £8.95. Deal after deal coming your way today. Launching the tourmaline at 8 o'clock. We are going to bring you a guaranteed hour of luxury still to come. We've got plenty more to bring you, including offering you the chance to be able to really build up your stash with an amazing kit that's going to offer you colour, give you ingredients that you're going to be able to work with. And if you are watching for the first time and you do fancy giving it a go, you want to get started into jewellery making, I think this kit might absolutely tick your boxes when it comes to everything you need, especially for the colours. So all of that. I'm going to keep this in my hand if that's all right. And I think actually in reality, if I keep this in my hand, I think you'll understand why these two are belonging together. I mean, you can see for yourself an incredible collaboration. So you've got here your faceted spinel, and then you've got your blue freshwater cultured pearls. You've got here that, I mean, it's quite an electric almost shade of blue that you've got. And what's interesting about bringing together this kind of shape and texture is that it really can give you levels of design, can't it?
Yeah, it brings texture into your piece. So if you're doing something that's got a bit of a cascade to it, if you add those two shapes to your cascade,
yes,
you've got texture, you've got feel, it's tactile.
Yes.
So it adds layers.
And it's interesting, I think, because when you first get started into jewellery making, you kind of try and keep everything really simple and kind of subdued.
Yeah.
But actually, if you just continue along the road and keep perhaps the technique the same, but just change the gemstones, I mean, it can transform.
100%.
Yeah, it's amazing,
it really
isn't
can.
it?
Yeah.
And you've got the chance to be able to really play with this combination. Your microfaceted spinel coated with that gorgeous rainbow colouring, £8.95. Match it with your blue freshwater pearls for £6.95. How about that? We're talking £16. Oh, then you've got your postage and packaging, £3.95. So for less than £20, you've got jewellery ready to be made, essentially, because you can see how well these blend and work together, how complementary they are with that electric blue and then that gorgeous faceted texturing of the spinel. Such a well thought out combination of qualities. I mean, that's going to be jewellery just ready to be made, isn't it? That is jewellery calling out to be made. £6.95 is all you pay. Hold those phone lines. Of course, £6.95 for the pearls, £8.95 if you would like our amazing spinel combination. This is yours for the taking. Less than £16 for both of those. And of course, don't forget, still to come. Now, I can make it, I know a lot of you have asked about the pricing on this deal. Launching today, never been seen before, and I certainly have never presented anything. I mean, as soon as we said Nigerian, we checked. I mean, literally, we've got all the certification and everything because we are so excited. Nigerian tourmaline, graded to this distinction. I can now announce We're going under £100. We're going double figures. Collector's opportunity to look forward to, so don't go anywhere. It's just less than an hour away.
JewelleryMaker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to book towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
It's the final countdown. We're literally on countdown. I mean, Hayley was there, wasn't she? I like the fact. Now, obviously, what you didn't see was Dan. So let's just have a little moment. Let's enjoy Dan. Ready, Dan? We can't see. Come on, Dan. We need to see you. Ready? Air guitar and then jump for joy. Ready? Now jump for joy. Hey! Jumping for joy again. Oh, yeah. We got it going on. We are countdowning now. We are literally, you can see there on the bottom of the screen there, 58 minutes away. Dear me. 58 minutes away, guaranteed. 57 minutes now that I've made that boo-boo. But we are 57 minutes away from your big launch. Yeah, it's your Nigerian tourmaline. I can tell you now, there are limited availability and there are a lot of people asking for pre-order. A lot of people asking for pre-order. We've talked about it. We're doing it.
Bam.
We have guaranteed that this is coming your way under £100. Now this is an absolute treat. This is an absolute privilege of an opportunity. It is limited stock. I mean, we're not even talking stock. It's a limited one-off availability, and it is coming your way. Double figure guarantee price tag, under £100. If I was thinking about it, then actually Tom came in, do you think like maybe this should be like more £400 since we know that this is never... No, the reality is this is JewelleryMaker and we can give you as rock bottom as we can. We're going double figures. So if you would like to join us and you don't want to miss out, please, we are going to open the pre-order event now so you can access the deal. So if you don't want to miss it, if you're not interested in waiting until 8 o'clock until the live launch, but you're happy with it going under £100 and you're happy that you're not going to miss out, pick up the phone now. You can pre-order right now. Guaranteed one of the biggest opportunities, and I do mean biggest based on the opportunity but not based on the quantity. Limited edition, one parcel yield, and I've already got queues on the phone lines on this one. Oh, you know it when you want it. Okay, you can pre-order on the phone lines, you can pre-order on the web, guaranteed under £100 coming your way. Top of the hour, you can see the clock there. That'll come back on screen, and that is going to be your countdown. 55 minutes before we bring you that huge deal. Now then, before that, we've guaranteed that we're going to give you a nice big stash building opportunity. Now, you might be watching for the first time and you perhaps got some ideas of you'd like to get into creative jewellery making, but you've never done anything like it before. Or perhaps you have, but you've never worked with genuine gemstones before and you kind of need a little bit of a stash builder. Or maybe you've watched us day in, day out for years on end, and we are, I believe, the longest UK jewellery making channel. We're a dedicated channel. We're not a crafting channel. We don't have 5 or 6 different variant crafts to offer you. One craft, it's all to jewellery making, and that means that we are literally blinked to give you the very best of what we can do for jewellery making. And I think in some ways that's why we're so successful, is because we don't try and dilute our amazing team. We absolutely stay fully frontal when it comes to the availability of our buying team for what we can do for you on these deals. So we're here to introduce you to buying and offering you the chance to be able to treat yourself to working with genuine gemstones and everything else that you need to get started or to try us out today. And it looks like this. It is a proper tutti-frutti combination. Oh my goodness me. I love the colour combination that you get. It's just like pop, 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 isn't it?
Yeah.
It reminds me of pop art.
It is very pop art, yeah, very pop art, very tutti-frutti, very modern, funky, Liechtenstein,
You've got that like real energy of colour coming
comic
through. Exactly.
Style,
Yeah, you've got that real lift from the pinks to the yellows, the greens, the blues, the whites. It all adds that contrast of drama. This is the kit that's just going to give you a of colour. Then on top of that, you have got a combination of additions of threads, cords and elastics. So that's again the bindings that you need to make your jewellery. Top it off, all the findings as well that you could possibly need. Includes a metre of chain, or is that half a metre? Let me just check before I say it. Half a metre of chain, plus on top of that, you're getting head pins, you're getting shepherd hooks, crimp beads and jump rings and toggle clasps. Now all of those, you may be going, well, what's a head pin? What does a crimp bead do? Good news is that if you keep watching us, we can introduce you to the how-tos. You go to our YouTube site and you will find that we can bring you so many different techniques of how to get started, how for us to introduce the step-by-step opportunities of jewellery making, you know, how do you add a toggle clasp, all of that we can support you in, and there's lots of ways that we can support you in that. But getting the ingredients is the first step, because you can't build a house without the bricks and mortar, you can't make jewellery without the gemstones, and of course the findings and the threads. So let's give you that. This is your stash building / getting started bundle. This is a big combination, and take a look at some of the jewellery you could be making from this fantastic kit. I mean, we really are talking about getting that hit of colour, getting that lift of energy from your design. I mean, just fantastic jewellery. Guess what? Everything you see here, everything from the findings to the threads to the feature of coloured gemstones, and these are genuine gemstones, all for one price tag. That price tag, $21.95. Now if you just see all of the gorgeous jewellery that's been made here, I mean, you've got what, six pieces of jewellery?
Yeah.
So 6 pieces of jewellery, is that right?
5, sorry, 5.
Beg your pardon. So 5 pieces of jewellery, and I mean, we're
And I
talking
had left over as well.
statement jewellery.
Yeah, so not small pieces.
Not at all.
Yeah, yeah.
So 5 pieces of jewellery
Yeah.
for £21.95. That works out at what, £4.40, £4.39, says the team, right? £4.39.
Yeah, for fashion pieces that you could buy for 4 times as much as that in the high street.
And it would be plastic, and it would be brass, and it would be X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible opportunity that you have there. Stay on the lines if you like that deal, because we've got plenty more where that comes from. We've got plenty of technique to look forward to, and we've got you all evening.
Yes, you
I know
have.
you're going to inspire us with creating this bracelet in our 9 o'clock hour, aren't you?
Yes, exactly, yeah.
So take a look at this. We will be introducing you to this bracelet, but also the technique that goes with it, coming up into our 9 o'clock hour. So make sure, if you want to be inspired with step-by-step instruction, keep watching, and we've got that coming your way. Right, let's go straight on to, now if we're in the midst of beading showcase, I guess in some ways these are part of the essentials.
Pretty much essential, especially if you're into your seed beading and embroidery beading.
Yeah.
You can't really live without them.
And the interesting thing about it is even if you're just a traditional beader,
Yeah.
I've realised I'm very traditional. I've not done seed beading.
Okay.
I've not quite stepped into that world yet. But actually, I find this these needles they make life easier
They
just
do
to thread
make
things
life
through.
easier. Yeah, they do actually.
They really
Yeah.
do. You've got your size 10s and your size 12s here, different gauges, which means that you've got different practicalities. £7.95 is all you pay. This is your Beadsmith, which of course is a brand renowned for their durability and tools. You've got your beading needles bundle, size 10 and size 12 available in this combination. 16 needles in total, and all for £7.95. Do make sure that if you're joining us at any point today, and maybe you've already bought from us this morning, maybe this afternoon, good news is, if you've already paid your postage and packaging, now you're going to add to your order. That open postage and packaging offer, it runs through till midnight tonight, so you can make the most of this all the way through. Now we're live with you and through till 10 o'clock, but then we go on a rerun, which means that you can watch another 2 hours before then. You've filled up your boots for everything that you can add to your one postage and packaging. And I think the thing is that actually I think sometimes we forget that.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just buy that, because we live in a world where you get charged per postage.
Absolutely.
Per item, don't you?
And what's also brilliant is that the call centre's there for you all night long as well, because I've called them late at night at the end of the day thinking, I'll wait until the end. And they're there, they're still perky, they're still happy, they're still,
honestly,
brilliant.
I love our call centre, I know them very well. The team, Rachel heads the team, and she just is amazing, she really is. So if you ever get through to our call centre, if you ever have a question, or perhaps like you late at night, you need to know what's going on with a product or an item availability, just speak to them, they'll do their very best, okay? Always do their very best by you. Right, we're going straight on to a bundle. Oh, dear me. You saw what we did earlier on, didn't you? Which is why I'm kind of a little bit anxious, because Well, I'm anxious because I know the price that you did with the last wire bundle. Tom, my producer, who's sitting in the hot seat right now, has been here since what time this morning? Right, he was here at 6:30, so he's now at 12 and a half hours into his shift. So let's face it, right, he's probably a bit bleary-eyed. He's probably not quite thinking as straight as he could do. Therefore, the last wire deal that he did, it was an absolute giveaway. It was... I'm not going to say the price, because if you think I'm going to say the price because you're going to take it, this is a combination 0.4, 0.6 and 1 mil. This colour is really popular. Now I saw the arrows then. I saw those arrows on that graphic. I'm getting a little bit concerned. Gold colour, which is of course one of our most popular colours of wire. It's the silver plated finish, which of course gives you that beautiful high grade lustre. What are we about to do? Match the price. And if you have the question, postage and packing, is it based on weight? Does it matter how big the parcel is? Nope, 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 it doesn't matter to us at all. So if we deliver 20 of those to you, it'll be really heavy, it'll be really a big parcel, but it'll still only be 1 postage and packing. So it really is that simple. Make the most. If you want to buy another, maybe 10 of those bundles, just because it's a great deal, do it now while we're giving you the offer. I don't know whether we've got 10 available left, actually. Corinne, you've got yours. Paula multi-buying, Mary's multi-buying, Debbie's there joining us. Congratulations. Everybody who's there, you are paying the final price tag, and we have taken you straight under £5 for 30 metres of wire. Beg your pardon, it's not 30 metres, it's 24 metres of wire, because you've got 4 metres of your 1 mil gauge, you've got 10 metres of your 0.4 and a further 10 metres of your 0.6 mil gauge. All together for just £4.95, you've got 24 metres of workable, colourful grade wire. And interestingly enough, with all of the findings that we've just introduced everyone to with that bundle, actually, if I've just put them together...
Perfect combo.
If you've got any of your gold-plated wire findings, then you just need a little bit of gold-plated wire, and it can just bulk.
Well, that's what I did. I actually put some gold-plated wire in that kit, so it works perfectly.
Really makes it work. Hold those phone lines. Congratulations, you got that deal. £4.95 is all you pay. And now, obviously, we're really establishing what we can do when it comes to the price of wire. Where are we going next? You've got 0.4 and you've got 0.8 mil silver wire. It's the real deal. It's your sterling silver wire deal. Right. Hold on to your hats. If you haven't already picked up the phone today, you're going to have to get ready to dial. If you're joining us on the web at JewelleryMaker.com, now is your time to get ready to check out your basket, because this is a wire that we don't see often enough to be anything other than guaranteeing one-off price deals. You've got here a metre of your 0.8 and 5 metres of your 0.4, so 6 metres in total. An incredible combination. What's lovely is about the 0.8 is that it's still got malleability to it, because it's sterling silver. It's still got a real malleability, but actually it's really structural. And then to put the 0.8 where you can create binding, weaving technique. Sterling silver, not silver plated, but sterling silver. This gives you that added luxury, that added finesse, that kudos that you're looking to give to your jewelry designs. That's what sterling silver can do, because it's a precious commodity, because it has that reflection of luxury within the retail environment of jewelry. This is what you're providing to your jewelry designs. You're going to do it in style. 6 metres of sterling silver wire for under £20.
Wow.
I can tell you now, I do a lot of buying for silver, because that's part of one of my jobs and one of my roles is actually to purchase quite a lot of silver. I can tell you now, at the price of silver right now, I don't know whether we'd be able to do a deal like this again. I can't imagine us doing this much silver again. Not for £17.95. Not then for how much jewelry could be making.
Absolutely. And that instantly adds value. You could take one of those strands, even it's the neon one from the previous kit, and you add some sterling silver to it, it then goes into a completely different category. So yeah, absolutely. For that price.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
And the thing is that you can really be thoughtful about how you work with your silver. You know, if you want to make it go far, then you can make it go far, but you're still introducing sterling silver to your designs. You're still adding that added levy of luxury, and these things can really make a difference to people, whether it's based on retail, whether it's based on gifting. You know, I always think that when I'm handing over a piece of jewelry, I say, oh, and it's sterling silver, there is a flicker of appreciation.
Yes,
there's a flicker of you know, they're quite, you know, bowled over by the fact that it's not just anything other than the real deal of that precious commodity, and I think that really makes a difference. You can make the difference to your jewelry making for just $17.95. 6 meters of luxury sterling silver wire. That's 0.4 and 0.6 mil gauge working together there. Congratulations if you've got that. Now then, we have got for you. These are gorgeous.
Yes, they are.
Hang on, let's just 2 mil. Now we're putting all of the agate together here. Now because you've got agate, you're not going to take offence. I'm here all night, folks. I haven't used that one for ages. I mean, honestly, I haven't used that for ages. That I even probably forgot that even existed. Anna just said to me, you haven't used that for so long, Vix. I almost laughed. Nice. Thanks, Anna. Anna's my director. Worked with me for quite some time, I would say. Too long. Too long. Thanks. That's Anna. 3 strands of agate, and you've got this combination of the different shapes. First of all, I'm just going to talk about these as seed beads, because for me, I need to take a pause and just acknowledge the fact that when you talk seed beads, in especially on a day like today when we're talking beading, we're normally talking about plastics. We're normally talking about beads of glass,
plastic, and very non-precious materials.
No, but to get a seed bead, in a gemstone, to then be able to create seed bead gemstone jewellery, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's very cool, very cool. And again, it's like bringing in the sterling silver. It brings in a high kudos to it.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think especially, you know, when people appreciate, especially when you see the intricacy of seed beading.
Yes,
because seed beading is such an intricate art form.
Yeah.
It's such a, it already makes people stop and stare.
It does.
But to make people stop and stare and then hit their jaw to the floor when you say it's all made with genuine gemstones, that gives you kudos. That gives your jewelry. That makes people want to know more about who you are and what you do and how you design. And I think that's what this could be, especially with this colour combination. The fuchsia pinks, those gorgeous fresh minty greens, adding in on this agate deal. A wonderful addition. Those gorgeous bamboo shapes again, isn't it? $15.95 is all you pay. Less than £16. That's for all 3 strands. You're not selecting which strand you want. You're getting all 3 strands for less than £16. If you haven't already done so, picking up the phone is one way to get involved, or of course you can join us on the web at JewelleryMaker.com. We don't mind how you do it. We just don't want you to miss out on these deals. Make the most of this opportunity. Oh, and don't forget, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee with us. Now that 30-day gives you the freedom to make your right choice, you know, about seeing the quality, experience the quality. Maybe you've never worked with genuine gemstones before. You want to feel how they work within your, you know, your designs, etc. Well, you can do that. I think, you know, the feel of genuine gemstones, once you've felt genuine gemstones, you never go back, in my mind.
I agree.
But then I'm talking for somebody who perhaps has gone the other way. I started with genuine gemstones, and I really enjoy adding the additions of synthetics, but actually I'm a wholehearted. I think genuine gemstones just fulfill such an individuality of jewellery potential.
I think it's the quality in your hand. You just know it.
And I also think that, you know, it's really rather nice to say I'm a jewellery designer and I work with genuine gemstones. I think there's something about that. I think there's something special, isn't there? Congratulations if you've got that. We're going to...
These are gorgeous. Definitely on my wish list tonight.
I mean, seriously gorgeous. Yeah. How many of these have we got? Okay, probably not enough for tonight. Yeah. It is very, very busy this evening. So if you are watching and you don't want to miss out, pick up the phone early. If you fall in love, you see something that you like tonight, fastest to confirm, especially when it looks like this.
Stunning. Oh, wow.
I mean, it's sublime. Every single one of these is utterly sublime and so different. I mean, what's amazing is that, you know, I look at this box and I go, okay, which one do I want? And
that's
I
what
want
I
them
was
all.
doing.
I want them all.
Yeah.
There's not even one that stands out. You know, sometimes, you know, when you're grading gemstones, especially in my job where literally I'm grading the parcels that come through, so that's like, you know, could be 500 gemstones. You know, they all look the same, but they don't. And that's the whole point with genuine gemstones. It's a bit like saying on a tree every leaf is exactly the same. It's not, is it? And that's the thing. And normally, when you see a little bundle like this, there's always one that catches your eye, one that like gives you the yeah, that's the one I want. I want all of them.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, genuinely, there's nothing there that doesn't say I want them all. John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, they're not going to be singing that "You're the one that I want." They're going to, "You're all that I want." That's it. You've never watched Grease? Tom, my producer,
wow,
has just revealed he's never seen Grease. So am I? What? Having said that, I've not seen E.T. or anything like that. Star Wars, I've never seen. No, I've never seen any of those kind of things. No, never seen that one. Shawshank Redemption, not seen that.
What?
No. So I shouldn't see. Yeah. So I think that was the kettle calling the pot black, really, wasn't it?
Those are some good ones as well.
No, I've not seen The Godfather. No. Yeah. No. What's that? Oh, no, Good Will Hunting. Was that one? No, I'm not.
That's all. That's yeah. You've got to watch Shawshank Redemption. You've
got
to
my
watch
husband
E.T.
says that. My husband says that, and I keep saying to him, "Create some time, and I'll watch it."
It is one of the best films ever made.
Yeah, I know everybody says that. I'd like to see it. Just not happened. This is it. No, not watched that. We're looking here at Rainbow Moonstone, multicolour shape, captures. The quality of these captures. And the thing is as we say, going back to the "you're the one that I want," I guess in some ways, this is where this all began. Actually, in reality, you really have got every one of those as a piece of jewellery you want to own.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, you're going to be absolutely acknowledging the fact that you're not making these to gift or to sell. The chances are every one of these pieces of jewellery that you're working to make this, you're going to keep hold of it.
Absolutely.
I mean, they are utterly sensational.
But also they're inspiring, because I'm already thinking how I'm going to set those stones. So that's, as you were saying earlier on, the stone can lead the way, can't it?
And it's
all
definitely
doing that, aren't they?
And some of them really look like, again, just like that orbital-like quality.
Yeah,
I kind of want to see them in a.
Well, you should show that to your son, really.
Yeah, exactly. Can I take this box now? We've got here an amazing deal, 20 carats. We've got £14.95 is all you pay. Hold those phone lines. If you've got a phone in your hand, keep it there. Your call will be answered as fast as you can. JewelleryMaker.com is the alternative way. Look at the way the light is illuminating. Think about the jewellery that you're going to be creating. Is it going to be a nice pair of earrings to go together? Perhaps it's going to be a solitaire pendant and maybe a feature trilogy for the hand. That's what you've got the freedom. You've got luxury freedom to design as you see fit. $14.95 is a brilliant price tag, especially when you can see the quality in every single one of these stones. I love the fact that actually in reality what you could be doing is giving this as a gift. Do you know anybody who's born in June? Because you could give this as the gift for the June birthday. It could be a Christmas gift, but with the June, June birthstone. So perhaps that's for $14.95. That's a really nice gift to give, isn't
it? Or to somebody else who makes jewellery. What a beautiful gift as well.
Oh, that's a nice idea. Yeah. Is that what you? Hint,
hint.
Subtle. £14.95, like a brick, my mum would say. You're subtle like a brick, Vix. £14.95.
Everybody's going to club together.
Secret Santa's not normally £15, so Secret Santa's normally a tenner. I was Secret Santa last year. Do you know what happened? I put my Secret Santa in. Never got one back.
Didn't you?
I'm not holding a grudge. I know who that was. Adam, did you not do it for me? Was it you, Adam? Oh, I didn't have my... Now, my present might have just disappeared because obviously the production room was being all jiggied and pokey, wasn't it? Everybody was shifting everything. So, and I wasn't in over Christmas. So it's probably my own fault. Somebody probably opened it and, and ate it.
Well, it must have been a good one then.
Exactly, and kept it. Right then, let's go on. Where should we go next? What? Yes, please. Take a look at this. Double-sided abalone, and look at the way it just shimmers. Just look at the way that the colour just ripples, and it does literally ripple over the stone. Oh, hang on a minute. That says double. So you do get both of them. I thought this was just going to be a sample. I was thinking, well, if it's a double-sided, we're not going to do more than one. No, you're going to get both. This is a double deal. So you're going to get both of the... Whoa! Oh, see, again, I just get really excited. Yeah. You know what I would do?
What?
I'd buy the kit that we've got coming up.
Yes.
I'd buy all of the Appetite.
Yes, I agree.
And guys, could you grab me the Appetite strands that we've got coming up in the kit number 2 for tonight? Because I think with this combination, this is absolutely the combination. Take the Appetite, add in the abalone. I mean, look they belong together.
It might be a bit loose on the end there.
Okay, let me just do that. And I'm just going to just so you can see.
Yes, look at that.
That is meant to be together now, isn't it? So if you've got the intention of treating yourself tonight, and you would like to treat yourself with this collaboration of combination, well, you could do so, because you can get the abalone now. Now, it's double-sided, so I'll show you both sides so you can see that they absolutely are world-class, both sides. And then we've got the kit coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. I think it's going to be a sell-out kit. At 9 o'clock hour, we've got not just 2 strands, we've actually got 3 strands. You've got sky blue, neon, and your blue Appetite coming together in a wonderful kit. That's kit number 2 at 9 o'clock this evening. But as you can see this combined together, buy the kit in the 9 o'clock hour and get hold of the abalone now, because together...
Yeah, perfect combination, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially when the rippling of colour just kicks in with the brights and the lights and the darks and the riches.
It's all reflecting each other, isn't it? Yeah.
And I like the fact that you've got almost those qualities of texture, the lightness, the brightness, the richness, the crispness in the Appetite.
Beads, yeah.
And you've got that coming your way. As I say, a really lovely kit happening at 9 o'clock this evening. Can I tell you that kit? Am I allowed to tell everybody where the price of the kit's going to tonight?
Yeah.
Go on then. Tell me. I am allowed to say that. Okay. Price of the kit tonight. You don't even know this. Under 20.
Ooh.
For all of that Appetite. So you get the Appetite, you get the abalone, you've got some amazing jewellery to be made. £8.95 is all you pay, and then under 20 for the Appetite kit. That's all to look forward to. And of course it sits under 1 postage and packaging, which gives you the freedom to add to your order. And of course adding to your order is what you're going to do, because we've got a huge deal. We are on countdown, less than half an hour, 29 minutes to go. Oh yes, we're countdown 29 minutes before we introduce you to one of the biggest I think one of the most exciting opportunities. This is a launch event offer, Nigerian tourmaline. I've certainly never seen this. I've never been able to present natural Nigerian tourmaline like this before. Must be coming from an exquisite one-off parcel, because as I say, there's really very little writings on it, and I've checked everywhere. So very exciting prospect, that one. Before that though, let's bring you, all right then.
Oh, is that a bundle?
It is a bundle.
Ooh.
We like a good bundle, don't we?
Very good bundle.
And this is a great bundle because actually it's got metallics, it's got colours, and if you got the beading needles earlier on, you sort it, because these are going to match with the gauge of the beading needles to then obviously the gauge of the seed beads themselves. So we're starting off this bundle and we're bringing you your silver galvanized Duracoat seed beads in your 8/0s. So that's number one, and you're going to get that, I believe that's 2 times over. Let's just make sure I'm right. Yep, 2 times over. Okay, so to start off, now the nicest thing is that just to pause and see these not just as seed beads, but they're great spacers.
Exactly that. That's what I was thinking. And I mean, there's so much in those tubes.
Exactly.
So there'll be spaces for a long time to come.
So actually, if you're seed beading and you want to use them as spaces, then that's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. What you have here is a combination of your Duracoat and you've got your galvanized. So one's Duracoat and galvanized, one's just plain galvanized. So that's the distinction, just so there is a differential between them, but they're both 8/0s. Then on top of that, you've got your 8/0s in this fantastic topaz color. Look at that. Beautiful. That's almost an imperial topaz quality of color, isn't it?
Amberish, isn't it?
Really stunning. And actually thinking about, we're working with amber. Oh, that, and then I'd put those together, because this is your bronze, amber and bronze with that color code. That's warm, really autumnally inspired, isn't it? I mean, that just together, that ticks my boxes. Then we're going to add in, now, one of my all-time favorite colors is turquoise, but actually is a very specific, it's called Sleeping Beauty turquoise. And over the summer holidays, I went away with the kids and obviously the husband, we went on holiday, and I took some decent amount of jewellery. Well, you know, if you're going on holiday, you think you're going to, like, oh, it'd be nice to change my jewellery all the time, right? I put my Sleeping Beauty turquoise earrings in, and I never took them back out. I mean, literally, for the whole 2 weeks, because they just felt so nice. The colour like this.
Summery, aren't
drop
they?
earrings, once you've got them, you know you're just going to wear them, and that's the interesting thing about that colour. It's a real, but I think it's interesting that this colour works very nicely into autumn as well.
It does.
Really, really well. Very well indeed. Then finally, you've got your Mayukis and your black opaque and your 8/0s.
It's a beautiful combination there.
Love it. I like it because it's a stash, but it's a stash that can work together. Because if you haven't got any seed beads, this is a great way to start. But if you have, this is a great way to add.
Yeah. Or use them separately. And again, they would work beautifully with a second kit.
An amazing price tag there, 6 tubes of your 8/0 seed beads, and altogether for £24.95. Multi-buys again joining us on this deal. 1 post and packaging. Make the most of this deal while I can. Offer it to you. 25 minutes left. 25 minutes left before we introduce you to that exclusive launch of your Nigerian tourmaline. If you haven't already, you can pre-order. So at any point that you're picking up the phone, say for the seed bead deal that you had just done for you can pre-order the tourmaline at the same time. So it's an add it to your order event. Pre-order now your tourmaline. Straight on we go to... Wow.
Oh, wow.
What
see
a
what they
shape.
mean. Yeah.
So they're triangular facets. So actually triangular faceting would be classified as brilliant faceting. And I don't mean like brilliant. What I actually mean is it's the terminology brilliant is a reflection of diamond and triangular facets within the gemstone. And traditionally that would be based on the profile, and obviously when you think of the table, then the girdle, and then down to the pavilion, and so the traditional shape. But any of the facets that sit within the pavilion part of a gemstone, that's called the brilliant. Or, as you can see here.
Oh, of course, they're long elongated triangles, aren't they?
Exactly.
And that's what you've got there.
Exactly.
Oh, that's really
so what you
interesting.
have here is you've got that real craftsmanship, consideration. That's all it is. It's just somebody stopping and considering how they can reflect the precision that they would create from I guess you'd call it a profile of a gemstone, to then creating this quality of individual gemstones. I mean, this is a real treat because I love the way that they sit together. There is something rather, they almost create a crystal form, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
You know,
yeah.
it does remind me of the crystal maze. You're right. They do have that crystal maze feel about them. But that's, again, it's based on the triangular faceting. It's very simple to think about, but actually probably not very easy to perform, to get that precision of the triangular brilliant cut, as it would be called, in each one of those stones. Gorgeously unique shape. Really like that we're bringing you the difference. You know, we can do the rounds, we can do you the varieties of the nuggets and chips, but it's really lovely to be able to bring you a totally different shape.
It really
But look
is.
here at rose quartz in your triangular faceted rounds. You've got a combination in this. Triangular faceted rounds, that's a combination, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you think somebody just like one morning went, I know. I've had an idea through the night.
Triangular shaped light bulb.
That's actually. I know, but actually how successful it works. But this is what I love. Is that, you know, there's an evolution.
Yeah.
You know, we've been here for many, many years, and it's really nice to still know that we're evolving
Seamless.
shapes, forms, giving creations to and new aspects to our gemstones that we love. And that's exactly what we've achieved here. Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
£9.95, and it's a lot. I mean, this is over 300 carats of gemstones that you've got. £9.95 that you're looking at here. If you haven't already done so, this is your chance to make the most of our offerings today. 30-day money-back guarantee we can introduce you to, which says, obviously, within that 30 days, if it's not right for you, you can send it back, and your money goes back into your account. No questions asked. And if there isn't, if you've never tried this before, I do think that 30 days is just almost like it's like a comfort blanket. It just gives you that security of knowing if it isn't the right offer, if it isn't the right piece that you want, then that's not a problem at all. Do I think you're going to return this grade, this quality, this craftsmanship? You know, triangles and circles is pretty cool to achieve, isn't it?
It is.
And that is exactly what we've done for just £9.95. Congratulations, I've got buys in Merseyside. Devon, congratulations to you. I need to have a quick, sorry.
It's amazing how they got those so uniform, because I'd love to see it in action, because it's such a precise shape.
What's interesting is that actually on a shape like this, you would expect that every one of those facets would be put in individually.
Yeah.
But what they do is, it's called dabbing. And essentially, and the expertise, and it is normally family based. So it's normally that it's, you know, grandfather teaches, son then teaches. But it's also now, obviously, it's still ladies are involved. It used to be very much a male environment, but it's not anymore. But actually what's interesting is that when you watch it, it's dabbing. And what happens is that, and they kind of normally hold their hand, and they have the gemstone attached to what's called a nib. So it's like a pen, and they have the gemstone. And essentially what they're going to do, they've got a rotator. And as the rotator, and there's water splashing, because obviously the friction would have
It's a grinder, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Not quite a grinder. Grinding... It's halfway between a grinder and a sander, so it's like quite a gentle. And essentially what they're trying to do is with the lightest of touch, and they'll hold, and they literally say this is the pen. Let's grab a pen so I can show you. And all they do is literally hold like this, and the gemstone would be sitting right at the very end, and all they do is dab, turn, dab, turn, dab. So they don't do the same facet every time. They actually rotate and do different facets at each point. So it's dab, turn, dab, turn, dab, turn, dab, turn, check. Dab, turn, dab, turn, dab, turn. So what you'd expect is that each one of those would be created, and then they'd move on to the next facet. Then they move, but they don't. What they do is they rotate it round, dab, turn, dab, turn, dab, turn.
Amazing.
The precision, the precision is extraordinary. And then but look, they don't do it in one. Look at how many they do it for at less than £10.
Wow.
Amazing craftsmanship. Incredible. Right, let's do what? Let's do some pearls. Oh, I can see it over here.
Now this looks good.
This does look good, doesn't
Yeah.
it? This makes me smile a lot. And now, anybody who would like to get involved in pearl knotting, and you're interested in getting those traditional techniques under your belt, we do offer you a pearl knotting workshop here at JewelleryMaker. I believe Flo takes that one. So if you would like to know anything more about that specific workshop, the reason I'm telling you about that is because actually what we're about to bring you is pretty much everything you need for pearl knotting of its traditional way with silk and findings. This is the chance. Do speak to our call centre about the workshop. I don't know when the next pearl knotting workshop is,
There is
but
a
we'll find out.
DVD as well.
There is a DVD.
Yeah.
I think actually I did the DVD. Not
did
me.
you?
I didn't actually do the technique.
The filming of
I think I might have filmed it.
Okay.
Yes. And if
It
I
was
didn't,
very
then I definitely
successful,
watched
so I hope
it.
there's some left.
Yeah. I know, but I was... I know. Just remember the actual DVD. I'm just thinking, was I in the DVD or did I just watch the DVD? I just can't remember which one it is. So many
You've
DVDs.
done so many.
So little time. I think I might have been pregnant. I think you might be right. I think I might be right because there's a few where you'll see me and I'm like this, got this huge moon face, but you can't see the bump. I just look like because when I'm pregnant, like my face just goes. And I always used to be called like hamster girl at school, and actually I used to just
Go back to being
just nice. Happy times. We've got for you this amazing opportunity. Have you found out if is there a pearl knotting workshop coming up then? Right. We also have the DVD as well, so there's options if you want to learn, but the best thing is that we're going to give you all of the ingredients as well. So what you have here is a combination of your natural silks and your beading threads and cords. So take a look at these. I'll turn them around like this. You have here a combination of your 2 meters, that's 2 meters in each, so 4 meters in total of your silk. Yep, we're talking silk for pearls and beads. You can see there. You can see there. So this is your 0.7 mil gauge, so classified as pure natural silk in this. And actually, that's where the tradition all began with pearl knotting, wasn't it? With the natural silk.
Oh yeah, because silk is very, very strong.
It is.
And because pearls are so precious, if it does snap, the silk, well, it's very unlikely it'll snap, but the pearl knotting, in between each pearl, if you've got a knot, you'll lose one pearl, but not the whole strand. And because it's silk, it's unlikely to happen.
The nicest thing about it is that it's interesting. I think sometimes, you know, techniques from years gone by, it kind of rebuked and everybody goes, oh no, I've moved on from that. There's nothing better than pearl knotting to give substance and I guess a sense of guaranteed finish and luxury to a pearl strand. I don't think there's anything that can be introduced to pearls other than classic silk knotting to give a real elegant approach to your pearls. So you are going to get pearls, you're going to get 2 strands, and I just want to show you them up against the neckline because I feel that that's where these really come into their own. Quality is absolutely undeniable in this grade, absolutely sensational quality in this strand. And stop it there and just pause, and I'll take you to the second strand. We'll go straight back to the neckline as well, because actually 2 strands that deserve to be in action. Absolutely. 2 strands that really do hold their own. 2 strands that create elegance, that are going to look great because they have got a little bit of a flat bottom. Means that you are going to see that glorious individualized knotting formation. So you've got that look there, absolutely fabulous. That's your 2 strands of pearls. And to top it off, and because we are absolutely inclined to make a kit that makes jewellery, we don't just want to make part of the jewellery, we want to give you all of the jewellery. You've got this fabulous addition of your sterling silver findings. 20 sterling silver findings. It includes shepherd hooks, It includes head pins, you've got crimp beads and crimp bead covers, you've got jump rings, and you've also got your clasps, which means bracelets, earrings, necklaces, you've got it all to be made. Oh,
wow,
two
that's
strands,
amazing.
luxury pearls, all the silk, 4 meters in total, plus on top of that you find it.
Yeah.
I mean, that is an absolute beauty of a deal. I mean, that's make your jewellery and let's enjoy making jewellery together. And if you do need step-by-step instruction to create your jewellery, especially with the silk knotting, there's so many different ways for us to give you that technique to support you in your journey. From workshops, you know, speak to our call centre about the next one. We can't find it on the system, so you just need to speak to our call centre about the up-and-coming workshops that we'll have for pearl knotting. Plus, on top of that, we also have DVDs, and we also have techniques that we can offer you via our YouTube as well. So you can do all of that as long as you've got this bundle. That's an amazing combination of a bundle for $29.95. Congratulations. I think that's pretty special, that.
It is good.
Really special. Now then, one of my favourite gemstones I think I've ever sold is this gemstone. It's one of my gems that it doesn't matter how many times you see it, and we haven't seen it that much over the last maybe 4 or 5 years. We went through a little phase where citrine was a gemstone that had easy availability, and then it didn't. And from that point onwards, and it is literally years down the line now, we're still finding it very, very difficult to access gem quality citrine. And when we do, oh man, I just love this stone. You know what I love about it is that it just glows. Now I'm a sun girl, right?
Yeah.
I love the sunshine. It just makes me feel good. It makes me smile. It puts a little bounce in my step. So I do love the sunshine. I hate being cold as well, if that doesn't help. Heating's on now. Is everybody else's heating on?
No, I'm holding out.
It's disappointing, isn't it? There was a little bit of like a covering of frost on our window at the car.
Oh, no. But it's going to change again.
Is it?
Yeah, this week it's going to go up again.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Are you going to jump for joy for that, Dan? Dan is going to jump for joy because the weather's going to improve again. Yes.
Only briefly, but it is for a little while.
It is it?
This week.
That will take it. I mean, I've got the washing out. I think probably the husband's left the washing out. So that means that hopefully it'll dry at some point this week. Do you ever do that? You just forget it's there and then you sort of go, oh, that's been out for about maybe 3 or 4 days.
I'd have to wash it again.
That's right, I'd have to do it all over again. It's the gemstone of happiness.
Yeah,
it's sunshine.
It is.
And that's what you've got there. And that's why I love offering it, because I think when you work with it, it makes you happy. It genuinely puts a smile on your face because the glow, the warmth, the brightness of the gemstone. And it's not harsh colour.
No.
It's just warm. It's
gorgeous.
It's golden-esque,
Yes,
isn't
it
it?
is, yeah.
Really, really warming qualities to add to your jewellery design. For me, citrine I always have in my collection of gemstones. I don't think there's a time over the last probably few years that I've never let citrine not be in my collection, and that's been hard sometimes because, as I say, we have struggled to get hold of it, but I've always guaranteed that. And I think it's because whenever I see it, it makes me smile. It puts a happiness in my jewellery making. And that's what you want. I mean, doing a hobby that makes you smile and makes you happy is what jewellery making should be. And so work with things that make you happy. Work with gemstones that give you that warmth, that give you that, I don't know whether it's an energy, I don't know whether it's just because the colour is invigorating, whatever it is. I mean, it's a real pleasure to have gemstones like this within your jewellery design. And all I can say is, if you haven't tried working with jewellery gemstones of this grade, now's the time to. This is your chance. Citrine luxury in that golden glow of nuggets.
Ooh, that's
and that's even better because the smile on your face is from the colour and the price tag. The smile on your face is that you make a jewellery that's going to make you feel good, but also £6.95 is even better, especially when it's starting to get darker on nights. You know, it's getting a little bit dingy.
Need a bit of a perk up.
Sometimes you just need a bit of jewellery that gives you a bit of a a lift.
Yes.
This is it. This is the kind of colour that has that lifting spirit to it. £6.95 is all you pay. Obviously, it's going to come from Brazil because you've got that gorgeous glow of quality coming through. £6.95. Zara, congratulations to you. Elaine, you've got yours. I've got buyers joining us. Yorkshire, Flintshire, Isle of Anglesey. Make sure you're checking out your baskets so you don't miss out on these deals, of course. Only yours if you confirm. Now, we are on countdown now. You can see there 9 minutes to go to our big launch offer. Now, it is, for me, a brand new opportunity to introduce you to something that I've had to do some research on because, I mean, it's floored me. Nigerian, and it's natural. I mean, we had to get the certificates from the labs. We've done everything to guarantee that you're about to own something that really is pretty special. Nigerian tourmaline coming your way. And it's not just tourmaline. I mean, we're talking about verdolites, we're talking about dravites, and we're also talking about rubelites. And that's actually sat in the lab test. It doesn't just say that it's tourmaline, it says rubelite as well, which again, for these present times of trying to get hold of rubelite is extraordinary. To then know it's from Nigeria is really exciting. That's coming your way. How many minutes time? 8 minutes and 27 seconds and counting. So on those lines, still queues on the lines. You know what I was thinking with this?
What's that?
It says that the nicest part about working with citrine like this is that actually you could just add a gem of happiness at the end of an extender chain.
Yes.
So if you're
like
making a piece of jewellery and you want to give the gift, right? So we did this for my kids wanted to make some jewellery for their teachers a couple of years ago, and I was like, okay, Mummy will sort it. Mummy will sort it out. And actually, in the end, I just pulled out my jewellery box and I just said, right, there's the gemstones, and they just both I've got 3 children, but they were the 2 children who went to school is my Georgie, who's now 10, and Zach, who's 7, and they both went straight for the citrine, both of them like that.
Wow.
And I went, isn't that interesting? I said, you just picked up the gemstone of happiness, and they were both thrilled by that. And I said, but the thing is, there's probably not enough to be able to make 2 pieces of jewellery. So what about if we add the gem of happiness at the end of the chain?
Brilliant idea.
Well, they were thrilled with that. So you could add the gemstone of happiness, which is what citrine's meant to be, to the end of any extender chain and just go, I wanted to add a little bit of happiness. And they just give that as an added detail.
Like that.
That's for Christmas. Nice.
Very
That's it.
good.
Like that. Oh, I like that. How about this? This is a bit fun and funky, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a whopper.
It's brilliant. And the thing is that I go, oh, okay then, what are we going? Where do we start? And actually, the moment I start to think, I go, oh yeah, I could use this as a stopper for some chains that go through like a tassel.
Yeah.
So it could be almost like a slider version.
Absolutely.
Is it going to be maybe a lark's head knot with a nice cord or a thread to it? You know, maybe you're going to work it with the likes of macrame, like threading and weaving designs.
Yeah, it could even be a big cuff, the top of a big cuff. Look amazing.
Drama. I've got quite scrawny wrists, mine, so that's probably not so.
Yeah, but that would work. It depends on your style.
Yeah.
So some people actually quite like a really chunky look, no matter what size you are. You could even do it if you were doing something really like an adaptation for your clutch, your handbag.
Yes.
You could put something on the front there, maybe a gemstone in the middle.
Yes.
Even I was going to say your shoes, but 2 of those on your shoes might be a little bit extravagant. Like a Tudor, yes.
Like a big buckle.
Well, it was in vogue at some point in history.
Oh, look at you with
your rose quartz.
You're walking into a room, everybody goes, ooh, ooh. What have you got on your shoes? Take a look at my lovely rose quartz and donuts.
Don't click your heels.
You probably could for these. £7.95 is all you pay for this fantastic. There is, I mean, not to be funny, but there is lots of. I can't be serious about that now. Lots of opportunities, loads of design offers on this, isn't there?
There is.
So buy 2 and you can create your own individual look. Oh, we can get serious now.
I think the best idea is a long cord with a tassel on the bottom.
But you can definitely afford a pair now.
You definitely can.
£3.95.
Who's laughing now?
Exactly. A good point. £3.95 is all you pay. Working out at less than £8. Less than £8. I mean, on your slippers, could you imagine that?
Put a bit of fluff in the middle.
That's it, you could, couldn't you? That'd be quite cute, actually. Hold those phone lines, yeah, we can have fun. But you know what, the nicest thing about it is you are working with luxury ingredients here. But the reality is that we don't tell you what to do. We suggest, but we're not
just as well.
Exactly, in some ways. But you have got so many opportunities of design influences by the different shapes, the different forms, the sizes that you're working with here. A dramatic opportunity that you have. And what's lovely about it is because it's genuine gemstones, there's incredible tactility about this. There's a real wearability factor on this, especially if you're going into, you know, into your autumn, winter, maybe even just something as like a nice silk scarf. And you could use this almost as a stopper for the silk scarf or a slider to create a, you know, almost a neckerchief flair to it. So you could use it like that. You know, so there are lots of variations of using what we're providing you here in different ways to your jewellery designs. At £3.95 is all you pay. Marilyn, you've got yours. Dorothy, Elaine, Karen, Elizabeth, you've joined us as well on the web. Hold those lines for just £3.95. 3 minutes and counting. 3 minutes is all you have before we bring you a huge opportunity. Brand new. For me, I mean, Tom and I have we've done things that we've never had to do before. Like, things like not just gone to get one certificate where you'd get, oh, look, this certificate that guarantees that it's natural. We've done that before, but we've never gone. We've gone to the buying, we've gone to the vendor, we've then gone to I mean, we've literally gone as far down the process as we can to get as much relevant information because this is so different for us. Because when Tom first said, Vix, take a look at this, you know, the moment you see a strand, you kind of, especially for somebody like me, and I've worked in the gem trade for quite a significant length of time, you know, maybe 13, 14 years now. When you see something that you've not seen before, and obviously I've seen tourmaline before, but this is different. This is a level of individuality, of colour tone that I've never experienced. And with tourmaline, it's all about colour. It's all about individuality. So when this happened, when I saw this strand, instinctively, myself and Tom said, this is special. This is a really special opportunity. All I can tell you is it's special because not only is it natural, but it's coming from what I can only ascertain as not a mine, but a tiny pocket within a mining area. Now that's unheard of. For us, this is the first time we've ever been able to yield this kind of limited one-off find. I don't think we've ever done anything like this before. We're about to bring you something massive. You've got 1 minute and 25 seconds before we bring you live launch. Now, it has been open for pre-order. It's been very well received. So the quantity that we had, which is limited, is, of course, even more limited. So as soon as the graphics come on, everybody has an open forum of an opportunity. Are you ready for this? You are 1 minute from now. That is a minute for you to get ready to get involved in this. Now you can dial right now. You can hold on those lines, and as soon as the graphics come on, you're going to be first in line. At JewelleryMaker.com, you need to be checked in, logged in, everything good to go. Don't leave in your basket on these kind of limited edition offers, with these like literally once in a lifetime offers like this one. You have got to be prepared to check out your basket immediately. They have said in the lab report that it's not just tourmaline, but it's rubellite from Nigeria. I mean, what is that about? This is an extraordinary complex combination. You've got some of the deepest colours of reds to pinks, that's your rubellites and pink tourmalines. You've got colours like verdilite, your brightest lime greens. You've got the warmth of the dravites, which are golden tones and bronzite tones. All of that together, and all for one incredible price tag. It's today's must-have, and it is a limited edition exclusive launch, and it happens right now. So are you ready? Phone lines and web open now. And this is it. Everything I can offer you in one exclusive opportunity. Now, I don't know if this literally is from one parcel and one pocket, and this is the singular strand that we can offer you. I don't know that. And all I can tell you is that every information that I've managed to yield on this has made me excited at the prospect of you owning it. However, what makes me more excited is that the more research I do, the more confused I am by how we're about to price this. Now, I've already price promised this in the pre-order event. I price promised it under 100. I am more and more confused by that price tag. I mean, Tom's come in halfway through the break earlier on and he just went, Vic, should this actually be about £400? You know, if we are talking about this kind of opportunity, should we be doing? I went, well, tough, because I've already guaranteed it at double figures and we're not going back on that. This really is a true seal of a deal. This is an opportunity that we don't want you to miss out on. I'm going to just talk you through something, because the one part about us is that we like to tell you a little bit about your gemstones as much as possible. We like to introduce you to gemstones in a very specific way, and for somebody like myself, I think power and knowledge walk hand in hand. I don't know about you, but for me, if I'm buying something, I want to know as much about it as possible. And even if I don't know a huge amount of relevant information, I like to know specifics as much as possible. Like, for example, if I'm buying a car, I might not understand all of the engine aspects, but I want to know how does it drive, I want to know what speeds, and I want to know those kind of information, because it does make a difference to my knowledge. That's what we want to provide you, the knowledge to be able to know exactly what you're in ownership of and why this is so special. So I'm going to take you first of all to the GIA. Now, I'm accredited as a jewelry professional via the Gemological Institute of America. Have been for probably 7, 8, 9 years, something like that now. Probably longer than that, thinking about it. God, I'm old. This is a report that they brought out. Now, Vincent Pardue is one of their most prevalent gemologists and geologists, and he brought this out. It says, new Nigerian source of blue sapphire. Now, Nigeria has never been a supply source, really, of any kind of gemstone it's probably about 2014. Now, I know already of dealers who had got in on this deal previous to that, and all I can say is that it's gone already in terms of availability of substance, of big quality. However, I'll just show you this little part here, which will make you interested, because it was such a revelation of a find in Nigeria. It says here, one especially fine stone is rumoured to have sold for an excess of $1 million. One stone, that's not one parcel, one stone of this Nigerian quality has sold for $1 million. Now, that's got to give you the perspective of why Nigeria is such an extraordinary location to source from. Because what they've identified in Nigeria is because of its location. If we remember that the Earth used to, or our continents were actually all on one landmass, right? And when we were all one landmass, we actually were Pangeous. It was one huge jigsaw puzzle that then separated. But if you take Brazil and you take Nigeria and you actually put the jigsaw puzzle together, they are literally one landmass. So what you find in world-class sapphires and tourmalines that you'd get in Brazil, where else do you find them? Nigeria. Because they sit literally like a jigsaw puzzle that fits together. So that's sapphire, and this is where I began my journey today, because I was going, okay, so I know about this deposit, I've read about all this article, and I've had the chance to be able to research this gemstone very well, because I've worked with some very well-known gemstone dealers who have given me the chance to be able to see this incredible Nigerian supply. It's amazing. So I know all of that. But then I go, but this is tourmaline. Now, tourmaline can be found within a corundum environment, so that again makes sense. but I just haven't heard of anything like this. So I go and I do my research, and I've got some specific places that I know I yield as much information as possible. And one of them is called Mandat, M-I-N-D-A-T. And it's essentially an amazing website that shows you locations, tells you loads of information about gemstones on a whole. And it's the place that most, I would say, big jewelry professionals, people who want to know about gemstones, would go about location in particular. And pretty much what they don't know, it's not worth knowing. So I went there, and I'm going to show you their map of tourmaline. So if I just show you, if we pull it up onto the back screen, if we can, right? If I just show you, okay, these are the hot spots for tourmaline, okay? So this is a whole hotspot area of tourmaline. Okay, so you can see, obviously, you can see that you've got South America, which is obviously your Brazil. You've got obviously Australia, big supply there that you can get. You've got your Asian area. But look at Africa, right? Now, if you know where Nigeria is, don't worry if you don't, right? But this is the hotspot, and it's actually all on the east coast of Africa: Tanzania, Ethiopia, Madagascar, Mozambique. So this area here is where it's the hotspot. Where's Nigeria? Yeah. Here. Nigeria is on the other side. On the probably the most used mining map location ident, Nigeria isn't a supply source. They don't even acknowledge that tourmaline even comes from Nigeria. This is and so I go, okay, so hang on a minute, I need to keep research, and I need to keep working this one out, because if I'm looking at there and they're not saying it, then let me look again. Let me go to the IGS, the International Gem Society. So the IGS, again, they're a great source of information. Anybody who wants to know more about gemstones, if you want to get in touch with me, I'll tell you where I find all my information out, because I want you to know, I want you to be knowledgeable. I want you to make the right decisions for your jewelry. Now, this is the IGS website. You can see it here, International Gem Society, and they have specific information for each gem type: tourmaline, value, price, jewelry information. And if I take you to their essential origin part of their page for tourmaline, take a look at that, and you can see their occurrence: Sri Lanka, Burma, Brazil, Kashmir. You've got Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Madagascar, Tanzania, Kenya. Can anybody find Nigeria on that? That's why this is such an extraordinary moment, because quite simply, you've got some of the biggest gem traders talking, and some of the biggest societies. I mean, you've got the likes of the GIA talking about sapphire, that's all incredible. They don't mention tourmaline. You've got two of the biggest supplies of information for gemstones. They don't know, they're not identifying this location. That's why this is exciting, because you know what? This is a really, really unique prospect, because this is sourced from somewhere very different, something very original, and because of that originality, we've got something that offers you, I guess in some way, something that we've never experienced before. And you've got this arrangement of colours that truly transfers. And you know, the reports that we've got, the lab reports, they don't even talk about just tourmaline, they're talking about tourmaline and rubellite. What they could be talking about is things like verdolite, which is your lime greens. They could be talking about your cyberites, which are your purple tourmalines, dravites, which are your golden and your russet and your bronze colours. That's what they could be talking about. That's what you have in this full strand, a true opportunity. What's extraordinary is that I guarantee this under £100, and that's not your price that we're ending at. I grant it's under 100, so that's great. We've done a good job there, but it's not the price you're paying. I'm going to show you the certificate, so I know I've given you all the facts. I'm going to show you, this is the lab test. This is an independent laboratory test for this strand. And as you can see, it says origin, results confirm, natural origin. So it guarantees, and then you can see there, can you see what it says? Bearing purple, pink tourmaline called rubellite. So they're not just talking about tourmaline here, they're talking about manganese tourmaline, which is rubellite as well. So this is a real important aspect to your gemstone collection, because you're getting Nigerian, natural, rubellite and tourmaline. And we're not even stopping at $99.95. Just finally, place of origin, the certificate, we've got that as well. This is vendor agreement guaranteeing Nigerian location. So all of that guaranteed. $69.95 is all you pay. A collector's opportunity, something that I couldn't have prepared you for, because I didn't even know that this could have been even possible. And this is why buying from us makes this an exciting prospect for your gemstone collection, a real opportunity for your gems to transform your jewelry collection, potentially legacy jewelry that you're going to be creating here. One thing I would suggest is that you get your certificate of authenticity. I think for 25 pence that would be 100% recommended, because with that 25p you've got proof of purchase, you've got the proof that you've got the real deal of natural Nigerian tourmaline. If you're inclined, I know a lot of our creators and our designers will often get their gemstone jewelry praised and valued. Take your certificate along so you can prove the location derived quality of this tourmaline, because this will probably, for most jewelers, surely valuers would be questioning natural is absolutely guaranteed, but actually they'd be going Nigerian, and that would put another, a little bit like myself, go, wow, that's something extra special, that's a legacy of quality. Now if you've put it into your basket, you've got to check it out, you've got to guarantee that you don't miss out, because we only ever had 50. Now because it's 50, the thing I can surmise, because of this quantity, is perhaps this is not from a mine, but this is from a pocket. This is from a singular pocket. Now, often gemstones are found in clusters, so you often find, you get gemstones matched together. The right pressure, the right heat creates gemstones. Put the different elements together, you get different gemstones coming from the ground. So often is the case if you're yielding. The best example of something like that is if you go for copper, you're going to find turquoise. Yeah. So you kind of know that that there's a pattern to the geology of finding gemstones. And actually, in reality, what could be happening is it might be actually at this one mine in the peninsula for the sapphire, and they're actually potentially just found a tiny pocket of this gemstone, and that's it. So it might not even be a mine that they've located, it might actually just be a tiny pocket in Nambula. I think it's called Mambilla, beg your pardon, the Mambilla Plateau, which is actually in Nigeria's Taraba state, and that's where we're sourcing, I presume, and that is just presumption, this is just me assuming based on my research where we're sourcing this from, because quite simply this is a true revelation from us to you. $69.95 is all you pay. It's 42 carats of your natural Nigerian tourmaline, faceted drops that you have. Now again, all I'm going to remind you is if you haven't checked out, then unfortunately I cannot guarantee that this is going to be yours. So to those who've joined me in Hertfordshire, Merseyside, those who've joined me in Essex and in Cheshire, those who have joined me, literally, if you're there and you've put in your basket, only going to guarantee ownership if you check out, especially with these limited quantity offers, especially when it's a restricted quantity. You must make the most of these deals while we have them. Under £70. Janice, you've got yours. Noreen and Vicki, congratulations to you. Margaret, I mean, got queues on the phone lines. I've got people multi-buying. This is, and I think in some ways it's because the chance of making jewellery like this is so limited, because you do have that opportunity. Potentially you buy two, you make one for yourself. That's your heritage item. That's your legacy for your jewellery collection, and then you wear it, and then you wait for people to go, wow, and you can make it. You can remake that piece of jewellery with somebody else as well. So you've got that freedom, you've got that opportunity, and if you are interested in getting your jewellery valued, make sure you take your certificate along. Make sure that you have that information to provide to them. I'd always take it I wouldn't take it to your local high street jewellers, and the only reason I say that is because potentially they don't always deal in the more rarefied gemstones, the more unique location gemstones. They'll often deal in your traditions of sapphires and rubies and diamonds, etc. But of course, you can always check with an accredited, with the accreditations of the jeweller to guarantee that they have the right certification for valuing. £69.95 is all you pay. I've still got queues on the lines. I've still got people who haven't checked out. I hope that you don't miss out on that one. This is not the one to miss out on. This is the one to own, and it's yours for the taking. Congratulations.
Here at JewelleryMaker, we're always making improvements to give you a better shopping experience. We've recently upgraded our website to make it more user-friendly and easier to navigate around. We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share. It's easy to stay in touch with JewelleryMaker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with JewelleryMaker. Buying with JewelleryMaker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. JewelleryMaker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
At JewelleryMaker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
Our brand new Get Started with JewelleryMaker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
You can watch our JewelleryMaker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right-hand corner of our homepage.
Welcome back, and congratulations if you did manage to get hold of the one to own there. I mean, a real treat. If we have any left in the vaults, then we will of course pick it up before the end of the show, but obviously it's first come first served, so if you haven't already checked out, now is the time to do so. We have a really lovely kit coming your way from 9 o'clock. And that's not that long away, is it? 9 o'clock, we are introducing you to 3 different grades of apatite. And we're talking about all the apatite that we love, from the ocean colours to the skies to those rich neon colours. You've got the full mix. spectacularly combined together in pieces like this one by our gorgeous Hayley. And I mean, the nicest thing about it is that this really is going to look spectacular in your jewelry collection alongside many of the different gemstones that we've got to offer. Now we're going to continue with the on and gone theme, so we're going to whip up a storm. It's going to be fast, it's going to be furious for the rest of this hour. So if you like it and you want it, we're going to start as we mean to go on. And those of you who are asking for technique, those who want that inspiration of Hayley's, well, she is going to give us plenty of inspiration, but she's going to teach us how to create this fantastic bangle within our 9 o'clock hour, and that's to look forward to. Kath has just said, Vicky, I love your gemstone knowledge. Great deal, Tom. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Kath. That's lovely to hear from you. Or lack of knowledge, as the case may be, because I had to do some serious research on that one, Kath. Amazing, but really nice to learn, isn't it? It's just nice to learn a little bit more about gemstones. So let's just learn a little bit more about this one, because this, well, I've never even heard of it before. Blue Matte Jasper is what we're offering you there. Graduated plain rounds, 5 to 12 millimeter that you have, a combination, an amazing opportunity. This is 100 carats of lovely matte quality, an amazing treat that we can offer you, straight under £10. I mean, essentially, restrand, and it's a piece of jewellery, isn't it? I mean, it's as simple as that. You add a clasp, you restrand it, and it's straight on the neckline. You perhaps take a section, put it to the wrist, take another section, put it to the ear, maybe do a nice... You've got so much variety to be able to add. And because it is graduated, it gives you a real easy workability. And if you are somebody who's just starting to introduce themselves to jewellery making, graduated strands like this can really facilitate multi-jewellery, or just one piece of jewellery that's going to look cracking.
Absolutely. Yeah, you could take two out from each side and make a pair of earrings.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And actually it wouldn't change the graduation too drastically, would it? £9.95. We're going on and gone with this combination. I really quite like the matte texturing as well.
It actually reminds me of blue china.
Yes.
Yeah, so although we want to celebrate genuine gemstones, it's got a bit of a vintage, ancient feel about it, doesn't it?
It does have that. And it's got that really lovely, and it's quite tactile as well, because it's matte. It's got that real, like, almost satiny silk feel about it. Lovely. Really tactile against the skin. And actually, I do think that jewellery is not just about the way it looks, it's how it feels.
Yes, definitely.
You know, I'm very much a big advocate of that. I only like my jewellery when it feels good, not just looks good.
Yeah.
And that's really important, really important. And now we've got loads to fit in this hour, and I know that we're just going to go straight for these deals. Next deal that we have, I'm pulling a face because I've already been told the price. So if you see me frown like this, I once did knock on the door, right? Because I was frowning so much during like a clearance. I knocked on the door of the boss and I did say, I'm going to charge you for Botox. And he was like, why? What? She was going, frowning so much you're making us have lines on my forehead. I was like, oh, the whole time, because every time I saw the price, I was like, oh, that's not right. Oh, that's like, no, none of that. Absolutely not. He said no. Or maybe I said no. We've got for you multicolour barrel in your plain round 6 mil. I beg your pardon, on and gone. We're going to do what, Tom? You're not allowed to go that low. I'm not really talking about morganite, aquamarine. I mean, we're talking about leading gemstones like you've got here heliodors, you've got goshenite tones here. I love the like mystical, it's almost opaque qualities. It really works very nicely as a gemstone strand for your collection. To go under 15, but not just a gesture, but to take you to $11.95. This is a chance to really make a difference. Make this yours, make it a real feature. And I think what's nice is that we're giving you loads of differentials of shapes and sizes today, different gemstones, different qualities. And that for beading, which essentially is what this whole day is all about, it's really, really exciting.
Yeah, it is. There's been an amazing amount of variety, and we've gone from really kind of fun, funky neon colours to really high-end tourmaline gems. So whatever your budget, there's something there for you.
And I also think whatever you're wanting to create,
Yes.
we're trying to fulfill your requirements.
Yeah.
And actually that's asking a lot, because everybody's design principles and everybody's design desires are very different.
True.
So by giving you so many different gemstones, shapes and sizes, we're hoping that we can kind of fit into your requirements. We're trying to find a way. And if we don't, just go to JewelleryMaker.com, type in what you're looking for, and hopefully you will find that deal. Maybe you will find that perfect ingredient that you want for you. We want to be that one-stop shop. We want to make sure that we're giving you everything that you need to make the jewelry that you... What?
Oh, wow.
And look at how dazzly it is. Is dazzly a word? Dazzly? Adam's just gone, yes, and it's my middle name. Look at that.
Gorgeous.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
I mean, it is truly, and everything you're seeing on the camera, it's just a tiny amount of what actually is happening in the studio, because obviously the cameras filter away light reaction. They try and almost absorb it. Here, no. Look at this. This is sparkalicious. I mean, this is proper ready for Christmassy parties and things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say Christmassy parties? Of course I am.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, look at your calendar now. I mean, I bet you any money that you've already got people starting to go, what are you doing for Christmas? Where are you going to be for this? And that? I mean, honestly, I've got my family already starting to try to make plans, and I'm going, oh, I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. And actually, I do now know what I'm doing tomorrow, because I'm coming back here. £12.95 is all you pay for your very own golden coated black spinel. It is the luxury of this combination. A huge treat that you have. An extraordinary deal. Golden coated black spinel, graduated micro faceted rondelles. Yours for the taking. Yours for the taking at £12.95. If you do want to join us, you've got that feature opportunity. Free phone number. Join us on the web if you prefer. Look at the way it just dazzles. Absolutely dazzles. Look at that. I mean, I kind of want to just go like this. I just want to see that. See, that's all I'd do.
That's gorgeous.
I mean, I'd keep it really...
Yeah.
You know what I'd do? You know that bar clasp that we had earlier on?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I'd go 6 bar. Was it a 6 bar or 5 bar?
I think
can't
it was
remember.
5, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going 5 bars of just that, just
Yeah.
draping.
Gorgeous.
Draping, I tell you.
You could even wrap it around your neck a few times, like a tie, like a scarf.
Yes, but I'm draping right now.
Like you're draping.
I'm draping. You could do both. You buy 2 strands.
Yeah.
You do
Good
the
point.
necklace. You
Good
go for the
point.
wrist.
Yeah.
You know what you could do with that size? A little cute
Nice,
ring as well.
gorgeous.
I like that. I like that. I'll take that one. Now, earlier on, I mentioned that I have a bit of a penchant for Sleeping Beauty turquoise. A penchant. I do a lot. I started liking it. I've always loved turquoise. It's my favourite colour. But actually, beyond that, now I've got it, I just need more and more. However, I've got some very, very important information to tell you. If you want Sleeping Beauty turquoise, you need to start getting hold of it now. Now, I have a very close friendship, a really good relationship with one of the world's most respected turquoise dealers. His name's Russell Twyford. He's known as the turquoise guy. Believe it or not, that's his actual, like, everybody knows him. You don't call him Russell, you call him Russell the turquoise guy, because he knows everything there is. And he has some of the finest connections to the global dealings of turquoise. And all I can tell you is that he's now struggling. Everybody's struggling, to the point where there are traders who used to set this gemstone into perhaps silver, or even into your lower grades of 9K gold, 14K, that are now saying the only setting for this gemstone is 18 karat gold. Literally, the grade of this gemstone has shifted into almost impossible to get hold of. Therefore, it's going to be set in the highest grading, and you're going to have to pay a lot of money for it. Sleeping Beauty turquoise is a gem to access now. The mine's closed. It's been closed for about 3 or 4 years. I've seen documentary footage of the mine gates closed. It was a copper-bearing mine, so actually they were yielding more copper than they were turquoise. And actually then, in truth, neither copper nor turquoise were coming in enough, so they closed the mine, and it's now closed, and it has been for years. We're not just talking a short-term closure, that's a total closure. So now to get hold of this gemstone, you do it in the trade via small deals. You're doing it with personal collections, people who have had this gemstone and amassed it and then just filtering it in and charging you for it. The availability of Sleeping Beauty turquoise is almost impossible to really say is readily available to the trade. So if you want to access the real deal, and again, for me, I guarantee the best way to know it's the real deal is to, of course, get the certificate of authenticity. It's just 25p on top of your purchase, but I would certainly recommend that you do that with this opportunity. And this is an offer and a half. I mean, this is a really exciting prospect. Yours for the taking. Sleeping Beauty turquoise plain rounds for one price tag. And that price tag, and I've got buyers who have said categorically this is a gemstone. They will inform the designers to only set into 18 karat gold. Only set into 18K. And that is that is genuinely, right, it's very clear going forward. This is a high-end gemstone. This is a gemstone that will be very much considered going forward in price. $29.95 is not your traditional price tag for this gemstone at all. So please don't miss out. I wish I had more. $29.95 is all you pay. 4 mil rounds. You've got to check out your basket. Now, obviously, to our buyers like in Stirlingshire, collectors joining us there. I've got Jane joining me, Sharon there, Marilyn, Patricia in Derbyshire. You know, the thing is, this is not just turquoise. And because actually turquoise is a difficult gemstone to locate, but it is still available from places like Egypt and Tibet. You can still source some, to not this grade though, because the Sleeping Beauty has its own differential of unique beauty. It has an open colour, it has less of the matrix, which means that it creates perhaps a little bit more of an impact. And actually, I guess in some ways, for jewellery design, it really holds its own. It's a talking point. It's an addition to your gemstone creations that really is going to be a focal feature. And I don't want you to underestimate how low we've gone there. Certainly not when I've got, and obviously I've got lots of lovely people who I get to work with on a day-to-day basis in the gem. Well, not you, Adam. Lots of. Couldn't help myself there. Adam's my director, and honestly, he has my life day in, day out in my ear. I tell you what, you've no idea. You've no idea. I'm only joking. Honestly, he's lush. He's an absolute dream to work with. We've got for you $29.95. But actually, interesting enough, I do get the chance to work and meet a lot of gem traders, gem dealers. Part of my job, I'm actually also a buyer these days, so I don't just present, I also buy in. And so I get lots of chances to meet lots of people who can tell me very much the epicenter of the gem trade. And so that this precise moment, the time to buy this gemstone from this location is now. That's what I can tell you from everything that I've been told. And that's just literally being in the right place at the right time to meet the right people who are saying this gemstone is not happening. This gemstone is becoming more and more challenging. And to the point where there really is a massive shift. When turquoise used to be a silver set gemstone, it is now gold to then 18 karat gold now. And it's a big shift. You know, and I think we all know turquoise is a gemstone we want to work with on a day-to-day basis, but Sleeping Beauty turquoise. Have you worked with Sleeping Beauty turquoise?
I have, but not a lot. But I do know some people who specialise it, and as you've said, they are struggling.
They will struggle further and further.
Yeah.
Because when you've got, especially when you've got, you know, like the likes of people like Russell Twyford, who are trying to find the best alternative. And that's the thing is now it's about where's the alternative.
Yeah.
It's not about just getting getting turquoise from Sleeping Beauty mine in Arizona. It's actually now getting the best option when you can't get hold of it. That's when you know that the trade is shifting, because they're not tying anymore. They're just going, well, let's find you something that's close enough.
Yeah.
And so we have to, we have to embrace the chance that you've got there. $29.95 is all you pay. Fabulous opportunities that we can bring you here. Hold those phone lines. Of course, if you're joining us on the web, you've only got the guarantee of ownership when you check out your basket. Tyne and Wear, Hampshire, Hertfordshire, West Midlands. I suggested a few weeks ago, that we did a turquoise hour, and literally, I think I probably could have said a proper, like, it was like I'd said the most hilarious joke, because the buy team, right, yeah. Oh, you were being serious. There's no Sleeping Beauty, I mean, coming into our vault, so there's no way that we can do that. What we have got, though, is some very special pearls for you, and we have got this deal, and I mean, it really is a treat and a half. Check this out. Oh yeah. Freshwater luxury. Look at that. Ah, nucleated pearl in this whopping luxury size. This is a 15 by 14, easy for me to say. I'll try it again. 15 by 14 millimeter nucleated pearl. Now, obviously, let's not underestimate what 15 by 14. That's average. That's going to be the heres and therefores, because these are nucleated pearls. They all form in a very different way. They each have a different spout. Couldn't think of a way to describe it.
Top.
Top. That'll do. That would have been much more appropriate. Much more. Anything's better than spout. $14.95 is all. Look at the way that the light moves. I don't know how close we can get on camera to, but we will move closer. You've got there utter sensational light reaction. I mean, that is world-class pearlescence. One more time, go on, one more time. I mean, this is what pearlescence is all about. The way the light moves, and it doesn't, think about it, think about a gemstone. Let me just grab another gemstone, any gemstone. Let's see which one I can grab that gives you some kind of perspective. Here. Right, so here's beryl. Right, now look at the way that light bounces. Here's beryl, and it's like, this is beryl, this is Sheila, and I mean, that's not what I don't name my gemstones. I was just saying this is a strand of beryl, but instead I went, here's beryl, here's Sheila, let's just look at them together. That was ridiculous. Right, this is a strand of beryl. The light's moving very differently over the surface than it is on the pearl. Can you see how the light moves? Totally different, and that's because you've got layers and layers and layers of natural beauty that just create this continual light reaction. It's almost just that oozing over the surface. Very, very special gemstone. That is. Congratulations.
The pearls are all over the catwalk this
they
last
are
show.
big
so,
pearls.
Yeah, big.
They weren't just little bitty bitty ones,
so
were
those
they?
are the kind of pearls you want to be
like
buying.
drama.
Yeah.
You need drama pearls. Definitely,
Yeah.
drama pearls is the way to go. Where should we go to next? What do we take? Now, I'm going to bet that you're going to love this deal. Thank you. The nice thing about this is that we've just talked about Sleeping Beauty, and we've just talked about trying to find the alternatives. The reality is that the alternatives are not available either in big supply. So even when you start to go, right, let's go to Egypt, let's go to, because some of the new turquoise that's been found in Egypt, everybody thought, yep, maybe that's the alternative. No, it's not available, not in big quantities, not in big supply, and the demand on turquoise is huge. It is now essentially an essential gemstone for many gemstone traders. It sits alongside the category of pearls. It sits on the category of diamonds and rubies and sapphires for most traders and jewelers. So that's why even when we go to now Tibet, that actually we're not talking about a plentiful supply, and actually we're going to in a location that makes it even more difficult to get hold of, because this is one of the most remote locations in the world to source a gemstone from. And when we do, because it's a copper-rich environment, Tibet has got an extraordinarily copper-rich base. You get this incredible quality of texture running, and they're called veins, matrix, sometimes known as the web of the turquoise. And if I show you against that backdrop of what Sleeping Beauty is, so different. So different, and that's what makes this exciting. They're genuine gemstones which each have their own individual fingerprint of beauty, their own individuality of nature. And so from Sleeping Beauty, you've then got that gorgeous individualized texturing of your Tibetan turquoise, and this is the real deal. You can see that by this wonderful matrix form that you have. We're going straight down on this price tag. You're guaranteed 146 carats of Tibetan turquoise, straight down to $34.95. And what's amazing is that I could sell one piece of jewellery that looks just like that, solitaire on the hand, very simple setting. I could sell that for the same price as was this whole bundle. I'd happily say that one piece of jewellery is worthy of £34.95 in a very classic traditional solitaire ring design. That's worth £34.95 in my mind as a piece of jewellery, but that's one of many cabochons that you're going to get in this bundle. Every one of this bundle, this cabochon bundle, is really, really special. A wonderful opportunity that we can bring you here. Look at that. An amazing treat, 146 carats of your very own Tibetan turquoise. Gorgeous. Let's go straight to a little bit. Now we kind of have captured a little bit of a showcase of sparkling, dazzling. I reckon as you head into the winter months, you have more feel of wanting to have a little bit of sparkle. Do you agree? I mean, if you think about it, like a summer ball, you still wear lighter colours, don't you?
Yes.
Whereas actually, as you get into like the autumn and winter, you suddenly go black dress.
Yes.
You do that, don't you?
It's so true.
I mean, I don't go for me white linens.
No.
I can still wear them. I don't go for me like my lighter summery colours.
No.
I go darker.
Yeah.
I go like a little bit more muted.
Yeah.
It's silly, isn't it? Because we don't have to, but we do tend to do that.
Well, we're in tune with the seasons.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I think even though we kind of perhaps play down the colouring, I think we still want the sparkle.
Oh, definitely.
Especially around Christmas time.
Well, that's because the sparkle lifts up the black and the dark colours, doesn't it?
And my family have a bit of a thing about me wearing black and dark colours.
They don't like
Always.
it.
No, they don't like it. That's an understatement. If I wear anything other than black, I at least get 3 or 4 text messages from my Auntie Sandra, my Auntie Barbara, my mum and my Auntie Chris, right? They'll all bombard me. Oh, don't you look so lovely in colour? Oh, you just look so pretty today in colour. They just love me wearing colour. Right, with me, I just love wearing black. I like wearing black. I just do. I feel really happy in it, right? I like to get sparkle and a little bit of pizzazz when I'm wearing my black with just jewellery. Jewellery makes me feel good, so I don't need my clothes to be all razzmatazzy colours. I just want to wear a bit of, sparkle.
Yeah.
Bit of sparkle.
There you go.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't need a lot, does it?
No.
It really doesn't need a lot. And actually, in some ways, I think with this kind of gemstone, a little makes a big impact, actually, doesn't it?
I think you're right, actually. Because actually it does so much, even such a little bead, that if you went big, it would just take you to another level, wouldn't it?
And I think the nice thing about these rondelles is actually there could be nice spaces as well.
Yes.
So if you did want to break up another colour...
Back to that seed beading with genuine gemstones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back to turquoise.
Oh, Nice.
I'd break my turquoise up, I'd just break it up with that, just to give that bullet of colour, just to pierce that and almost intensify the turquoise natural beauty. I'd just do that with the spinel. If you would like to join us, this is your black spinel, graduated faceted rondelles. You've got a combination 2x1 to 3x2 millimetre in your graduated size. And the graduation, although is quite a small graduation, it actually still creates an opportunity for jewellery design, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It gives you choice to graduate it as a necklace, or if you want more delicate earrings, or as you showed previously with a little sweet ring.
Oh, see, that's a lovely idea. Just think about how many rings you could make for Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, again, going back to that craft store that I've now decided that I'm going to be doing. But don't tell the husband. I think the thing is that those kind of pieces of jewellery, again, going back to the pound, you know, £1.50,
Quick and easy
£2.
sellers,
And actually, that's where I feel that's where I sit really comfortably with my jewellery designs. Like, I've never really gone beyond the very classic jewellery, you know, shepherd hooks, added in earrings, you know, those kind of things. That makes me happy. I really enjoy making that kind of jewellery. I just like adding different gemstones to the mix, and that's going to be a lovely one, isn't it? Let's do some more turquoise, because I did ask if we could do a whole hour of turquoise. I got this. I got this combination, so I shouldn't complain because I got more than one strand.
Well, it sounds like
good.
they've done quite well for you.
Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't leave the room until they at least gave me 3 strands. You've got here turquoise plain cylinders. Oh.
I can see what your mind's doing there.
Give me a moment. I need to check something, because I don't think that we... USA. Yeah, it's from the USA.
Yeah.
Yeah, turquoise guide. I see the supply that I know at the moment, the only waste that I know it's coming from is Sleeping Beauty. That's why I want to check, because I don't think... Let me just check. Oh, this is an interesting one for you. I'm just bringing it up just because I've just come across it. Financial Times, right? And I'm literally, because I was actually searching something different, but it just came up as the FT. Financial Times. What's the title? Demand for the semi-precious rock has soared following the closure of important mines. Now, I'm just going to continue on this just for a second, because actually this might answer my question. Oh, it's having a difficulty loading up now. Because what I'm wondering is whether this actually is Sleeping Beauty. Because I don't know of anywhere else. I don't think there's anywhere in the Nevada that is offering this gemstone. I think it's all closed now. So with that in mind, most Nevada mines have been worked primarily for copper, and now no gem. Yep, there we go. So I'm right. So the chances are that actually what we're offering you here is Sleeping Beauty. We've just not graded it as Sleeping Beauty. That's the chances. So if you do want to get a hold of this, this is the chance to do it. Now, obviously, it doesn't say it on the information, so I can't say that. Turquoise from Sleeping Beauty mine in Arizona, the most expensive produced in the US and the world's most abundant source. Can today sell a wholesale for as little as a strand, but at a $10,000. Several designers have suggested the closure of Sleeping Beauty turquoise operation has driven up demand. So there you go, that's interesting about that. It's all about this closure of the Sleeping Beauty. So I believe the chances are that because this is from the US, the chances are that this is probably Sleeping Beauty. We've not graded it as Sleeping Beauty, but I'm thinking, are we pricing it as Sleeping Beauty? We're not. Well, we're not. If it's this amount, because it's 66 in tubes, I think, hang on a minute, you're going lower? Do not miss out on this opportunity. $49.95 is all you pay. Absolutely incredible deal, truly spectacular. If you do want to join us, now is your time to access this deal, a truly extraordinary opportunity. I mean, you've got some of the biggest dealers, some of the biggest gems traders, some of the biggest jewelry houses literally fighting over. I mean, you've got some of the biggest names working with this gemstone as a credential to their gemstone collection. That's what you've got here at $49.95. Hold those phone lines. Congratulations if you get that. That's under £50. Now, this is turquoise. You can see there the information says that it's from the United States. I don't know of anywhere else that we get a supply from in the US other than Sleeping Beauty. I don't know here at JM that we have any other access other than from the Sleeping Beauty Arizona mine. I certainly, obviously because the graphics don't say it, I can't give you absolute confirmation, but I can be pretty sure that it's got to be somewhere close by, if not from that location, simply because I don't know of any other place that we source from. That's an amazing offer. I mean, that really is. To go under £50 for 66 carats. I mean, I've got dealers who have said that they're doing one of a kind at 6 carat plus, and they're selling it at 18 carat gold. They're doing 80, and they've said they're going to sell it for around about £1,500. And that's going to be a one of a kind of a 6 carat stone, and that's 18 carat set one-offs. That's the kind of pricing that I know of for Sleeping Beauty turquoise in solitaires. So I mean, I don't even know where to get the perspective of 66 carats for less than £50. I'm not really sure where we get that, you know, when you've got, you know, the Financial Times. And I think that's the interesting thing is that's not just that wasn't a gem paper. No. You know, that's the Financial Times. Yeah. So if they're writing about it, then it must be big enough in terms of the financial situation for it to be relevant. So it's a really interesting one, really interesting. Now then, this next offer, I think this is really, really pretty. I really like this, and I think especially if you're looking for very personalised jewellery, if you want to give the gift that's, you know, very much about individuality, I think this could be the one for you. Take a look at this. My first ever gift my husband gave me, who was obviously my boyfriend at the time, was a locket, and it's probably one of my most treasured pieces of jewellery. It wasn't the most expensive, it wasn't the most, you know, impressive, but it actually was the most sentimental, because inside he put little pictures, and he created something that became a memory that I'll never ever forget. And I think, you know, we forget that jewellery it's not just about looking good, feeling good. It's about attachment. It's about emotional connection. And you could do something really beautiful with this to create that personal touch. Maybe put a birthstone inside the locket to celebrate somebody's birth, or somebody's, maybe it's a memory locket. So perhaps you put the loss of somebody can be captured in perhaps their birthstone inside your heart locket. So it's a memory locket. Do it that way. You know, sometimes to remember somebody and wear something, it can be quite emotional, but you could do something that you feel really personal.
Yeah, anniversaries.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah. Because actually, you know, with like ruby anniversaries and things like that, it'd be lovely to do something different like that, wouldn't it? So you've got so much potential here. Now, it is an open locket, so I can see that there's a hinge as well. So it is an opening locket, which is rather nice, because it means that you can guarantee that you can put your personal details inside, whether your personal details. Hi, call me. That's not what I meant. It's not what I meant.
5'2".
That's 5'2" blonde. That's not what I meant. But you can put it. Well, maybe I did. Maybe I did. But you can put. Why not? The thing is you could put something. I'm lost now. Now I'm lost. Artifacts.
If you went on holiday somewhere and you picked up maybe a little shell or a gemstone,
exactly. Yes, a memory, perhaps is what I meant to say. A personal memory.
A little love note.
Yes, or a love note. Yes. Again, blonde, 5 foot 2. No. If you would like to join us, this solid sterling silver filigree heart locket, whether you're going to perhaps make it into a memory locket, perhaps it's going to be a gift to somebody as a celebration, maybe they're going away and you want to just make sure that they wear a piece of jewellery that keeps them close to your heart, or vice versa. $19.95 is all you pay. Solid sterling silver. You've got a lot of silver in this, 3.64 grams. I mean, that would normally be, well, gosh, when you think about chains these days, you could probably get 2 or 3 chains for that kind of weight of silver. So it's a really, really nice, solid, not too heavy to be overbearing, but actually solid enough to be a really striking addition. I'd wear this on a longer chain. I mean, I do like my shorter chains, but actually, because of the size of this, I quite like the idea of the movement. I also like the idea of if it's got a gemstone in it, it might have a little bit of a jangle to it. It might have a little bit of like a bullhorn feel to it. So you could wear it on a longer, maybe 30-inch chain.
Actually,
so
there's some jewellery that you get that jangles when it's long, and if you're pregnant, it can you can connect with the baby, can apparently hear it. So that would be quite fun. If you're pregnant and you have it jangling down there, put a few gemstones in there, and then...
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a boy or a girl, you could put blue and pink in, and
there
then
you go.
Ooh, what's it gonna be? Let's move on from that one. Let's bring. It's been one of those nights tonight. Have you felt? Yes. It's been one of those nights. We have got for you another feature offer for your Sleeping Beauty turquoise. I'm pretty excited about this one because I really, really think that this is probably as textbook turquoise as you're going to get. Not so excited about the quantity because I have 5, and that is it. 5 left in stock. Now obviously if there was 55 or anything like that, then we'd be sitting pretty and we'd know that everybody would have the same chance to get involved, but it's not. Unfortunately, it is genuinely 5 of 5. So if you see it and you like it and you want it, it's the real deal. Again, we're guaranteeing that it's coming from that Sleeping Beauty location. If you're wondering, and you perhaps forgive me that I've not explained why it's called Sleeping Beauty, it's because actually in the Arizona desert, as you stand back from the mountain region of where the gemstones are formed, it actually looks like Sleeping Beauty lying down. So that's where it's come from essentially. So it's that principle of the profile of the mountain region looks like a Sleeping Beauty. So it's as simple as that. That's where the location is in Arizona, and it's a very, very much a top grade location. Oh, now that is good. I mean, that's 30 carats of Sleeping Beauty for $69.90. I could do, I mean, you could do 3 bracelets. You know, actually, do you know what I would do? I'd get maybe 4 or 5, and I'd just do them in those, and get slider bracelets, and I'd make turquoise's birthstone, December's birthstone is turquoise. So you could make maybe about 20 bracelets where you've just got 3 or 4 to the front, and then your slider bracelets. Sell them for 15, 20, 30 pounds. I mean, your quid's in after selling 2 or 3, aren't you? And then the rest is all profit. Why not? Congratulations if you've got that. The next kit's going to go very well with your turquoise because we've got Apatite, a gemstone that captures some of the finest colours of blue, and it's a kit for under £20.
Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@JewelleryMaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and the Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Here at Jewellery Maker, we're always making improvements to give you a better shopping experience. We've recently upgraded our website to make it more user-friendly and easier to navigate around. We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
£20. I mean, if you think about it, £20 these days, you could spend that in a blink of an eye, can't you? I mean, £20 just doesn't go very far these days. And yet, today, £20 is going to go very, very, very far. In fact, it's going to make you lots of lovely jewellery, whether you're going to gift it to yourself, whether you gift it to someone else, or whether you're going to sell your jewellery. £20 today is not just going to give you gemstones, it's going to give you gemstones, it's going to give you fine, it's going to give you wire, it's going to give you everything you need to get started into jewellery making. £20, that's it. And that's what makes this a great deal for those who are getting started, for those who have already adventured into jewellery making, but you haven't tried it with gemstones before. Perhaps you have, but you've never tried us before. Or alternatively, you already know how good we are and you just love appetite, because this is an absolute treat. £20. I'm going to keep saying that. You'll see everything we've got and you go, well, that doesn't make sense, because actually the gemstones don't make sense at £20, but everything else on top, just literally the cherry on top of the deal. And that's why this is going to be a first come. Now, the biggest quantity that we could put into this deal, we have put in. So everything we've got in quantity for a £20 deal is yours for the taking. And just translate £20 to a local fashion shop as you're waiting in the queue to buy a lovely shirt that you've just seen, lovely, right? And you go, oh, I really want something for the neckline, right? Look at the price tag of that jewellery stood on that stand. As you're waiting to go to the checkout, they always do the jewellery right beside so that you can like kind of, oh, that's not that, well, that's nice, right? £20, what does it buy you these days? Because it doesn't buy you genuine gemstones, and it probably doesn't buy you your individuality to match your outfit, to match with your way of wearing. That's what jewellery making can be. personalised jewellery that you can wear for you, that you can make for you. And that's what this kit's going to, £20 though, that's all you've got to remember. And that's why if you're going to pick up the phone, you can do it straight away. You can join us on that free phone number, or alternatively you can join us at JewelleryMaker.com. We don't mind how you do it, but that phone line and web is now open. It's your Blue Lagoon kit, which comprises of a wonderful arrangement of apatite, which gives you that fantastic combination of the brighter, the lighter, the sunshine colours of the blues hitting the water of the Mediterranean. So you've got aqua qualities, you've got neon tones, you've got crisp, sunny blue sky colours, all married together here in this stunning combination. And that combination is 7x5 to 9x6, so real deliverance of quality within this combination. And I think, you know, we can't underestimate, first of all, 100 carats. 100 carats of your apatite in just one strand. In just one strand, you have got 100 carats of apatite. Then on top of that, you've got a further double strand, 58 carats of apatite. Now that is your sky blue apatite. We're adding on even more luxury of apatite to bring that. So you've got your sky blue, you've got your neon, and on top of that you have got yourself 65 carats of your tumble. I mean, come on, 100 carats of your blue apatite chips, you've got 58 carats of your sky blue apatite and 65 carats of your neon apatite. So put that together, 65, so over 200, easily, well over 200 carats. In fact, we've got to be looking at no, 100 carats plus 58 plus 65. What? Oh, stop a second. Now we're doing different maths here. So Tom, my information says 100 carats of blue apatite, then it says 58 carats of sky blue apatite, then it says 65 carats of... So Tom's saying, okay, Vic, you're going to get between 200 something to 240 carats. Wow. So you've got over 200 carats. Do you know what? You could be getting up to 250 carats. I mean, that's incredible. Over 100 in one strand. Over 200 between the three strands, and it works up to 250 potentially as well. So we are talking about a huge combination. Can I just keep reminding you, you already know £20. We're going under £20. Not just for that, not just for your 200 carats of apatite, but on top of that, you're going to get a pack of findings and you're going to get 2 reels of wire. So we're not even pausing to then go, brilliant, a great deal with the gemstones. We're doing a great deal on the luxury of your wire. You're going to get 4 meters of your 1mm gauge and a further 10 meters of your 0.4mm gauge. This is in your gold coloured silver plated round copper wire. Plus on top of that, you're going to get ½ meter of chain. How that is classified as a finding is beyond me, because that's a finding. And I'll have to hold it like that for you to see. Right, that's classified as a finding. That's classified as a finding. I mean, it just makes no sense, does it? That's a finding. That's a piece of chain. That's ½ meter of chain. And yet in our mind, that's just part of the findings pack. Incredible deal. You've got your shepherd hooks, you've got jump rings, you've got crimp beads, and you've got toggle clasp and head pins. You've got all of this combination, all of this for just £19.95. And when I then translate that £19.95, remember that's £20, translate it into jewellery, we're translating it into not just this wonderful necklace that I've had beside me for the last hour or so, not just for the earrings that I've been wearing or the bracelet that I've been wearing for the whole of the show, but also, what about all of that you've got here, the necklace, the earrings, and another bracelet? All of this, which is 6 pieces of jewellery for less than £20.
Amazing, isn't it?
It's amazing, amazing. 6, 12, 18. So it's like, what, £3.30-ish? Something like that.
Yeah,
Around about £3.30 for each piece of jewellery.
Fantastic. And for such striking colour combinations as well. It looks expensive, it looks luxurious.
And what's lovely about this kit is actually, on its own, just on its own, nothing else, it really holds its own.
It does,
But I think if you're going into autumn, you could add some beautiful bronze colours and it would really shift the colouring. If you added some more tropical colours, it'd be great for summertime.
Yeah.
I think this is the kind of gemstone mix that has so much wearability about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really complementary.
Yeah.
Really a gemstone combination that you wouldn't want to miss out on. And you don't have to miss out on £20. I mean, that's it. $19.95 is all you pay. If you would like to join us, it is yours for the taking. Hold those phone lines. Guarantee that you don't miss out. If you're joining us on the web, check out your basket. You've definitely got the chance to guarantee this while stocks last. Of course, if you've already bought from us today, best news ever, you've already paid your postage and packing and now you're adding to your order. If you haven't, and this is your first purchase, you've got plenty of time still. We are live until 10, but we continue broadcasting through till midnight with your added to your order offer on a single postage and packaging. From midnight all the way through till midnight the next day, you can keep on adding that day as well. So the good thing is, every day, 12 till 12, literally midnight, all the way through until midnight the next day. You've got as long as you want to be able to add to your order as many times as you like to that single postage and packing. So you've got, what, another nearly 3 hours to keep on adding to your order before that parcel is going to be delivered to you. 2 hours, 50 minutes and 30 seconds, says Adam. Precise. We have a fantastic quality of gemstones here, and you've really reaped the rewards from that with this design.
Yeah, because the gems are spoken for themselves, and as we were saying, they look luxurious and they look like their quality. So actually, just putting them together makes it look like a wonderful, really high-end selection of jewellery.
And I do think that that's the difference when you work with genuine gemstones of this grade of colouring. It does lift, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It does change the look altogether. If you would like to join us, as I say, under £20. And of course, for anybody who's watched for the first time, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can get this home, see for yourself everything that you get. If it's not right, you can send it back and your money goes back into your account. No questions asked. Right, what are you going to show us?
So I'm going to show you the bangle, the cuff that you've been wearing, actually. And what is good about this is, whether you're using this kit or any other kit, we're using the 1mm wire from the kit.
Yes.
And it's really structural. So even if we used the kit bundle, the wire bundles that we had earlier on in the show, you could use the same concept with different beads and it would work really well.
Yeah. So the 1mm gauge is essentially your more solid, substantial wire.
So that's going to form the basis of the cuff, the hard structure. And then in the kit, you've also got 0.4mm wire, and that's going to be the bit that you add your beads on with. So it's your building, it's your stitching, it's your attaching wire.
I agree. Yeah. Boom.
So when you make a bangle or a bracelet, size often is done by measuring to your own wrist. But on average, a cuff is about 7 inches, or a bracelet is about 7 inches long.
All right, okay.
But with a cuff, because you've got an open back, I've made it a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
But, as I said, measure it to your own wrist. So to make the structure, basically I need 2 strands of wire, because as you can see in there, we've got 2 strands, plus more, because we've got a bit of a loop on each end and a bit of wrapping time as well. So I'm going to make mine 6 inches. So that's 6 inches of one strand, and then doubling it over for another. And I'm going just a little bit over, because I always add a little bit more than I need. And then just a little bit extra just for those wraps and loops as well. So trim that off. And then what you want to do is you want to work from the middle to get the loops that we have there. I'm actually going to work on that one. Oops, sorry, I'm off screen there. On the one on the end without the wrapping, because that's essentially the central bit. So fold it in half, okay, and try and find the central area, and you can put a bit of a bend in with your finger, and then you can get either some baling pliers or some round nose pliers, and just place that in position there, and then you want to do your wrap. So it's just one loop. You can go all the way around, And it doesn't really matter how you achieve that, but just make sure it's nice and consistent and nice and neat. Bring it all the way around. There you go. And then slide it off. And then you see it's almost like a safety pin loop. So actually what you've created is a spring. So if you do want to go ahead and do that sort of brooch pin, that's how you do it. And now this is where I'm going to measure out the length of my cuff. So that's one end there, and then that's the other. Okay. So round about there, I'm going to get my pliers back into position.
And you're working with one strand each on its own?
One strand on its own, that's right, yeah. And then I'm going to do the same thing as I did before, wrapping it around, creating a loop. If you need to, you just might need to adjust your pliers just to make it more manageable, and that's absolutely fine. And do the same thing on the opposite side. Make sure it's around about the same distance. So just straighten it out with your hand so that you don't lose a bit of length with the bend in the wire. Yeah. And then I actually place that through the same loop so that I'm getting
you're matching it.
Yes, exactly. And then I can start to bend. Where is that loose? There we go. Okay. Now here is where it gets interesting, because we're going to have a few more loops on this side, and that's absolutely fine. But what you want to make sure of is that you've got one wire that comes over to this length here, and the other one you want it to go over to the other side. So actually I've got one that's already there, but I didn't do as many wraps on that one, so I'm just going to even it out and bring that round so that it comes down on that side there. And that's absolutely fine there. And the reason for that is because we want to do the wrapping there to secure it all in place. Now, to get a nice neat wrap on that, what you will need is to get some flat pliers and just get a right angle bend onto the wire, just on one side initially. And that right angle bend will mean that when I start to wrap that wire around there, it's just a nice, neat, clean movement or shape. So it's obviously going to be a bit tricky to get that wire through initially, but don't worry, you can bend it until you're going to trim off the excess anyway. So try and be as neat and as tidy as you possibly can. And I'm using my hands to really yank it. But if you find that's a bit tricky for you, you can actually use your pliers to help you to do that. And use some flush cutters just to get that cut right up against where you're working. There you go. And then do the same thing on the other side. And if you want to just manage it a bit, we can go back and do that afterwards. Even it out a bit there. I'll come back and do that. And then do the same thing on the other side. Get a nice right angle bend on that. And then you can start to do your wrapping on this side here as well. Nice and neat. Now, although the 1mm wire is really brilliant for structure, as you can see, it's actually quite easy to work with. It's really malleable and really quite easy on the hands. It is hardening as I'm working with it, but it still has the potential to lose its shape. So what you can do is once you've reshaped it and you've got something that you like the shape of, you can actually hammer it with your nylon hammer or your hide hammer to harden up the shape. So if I get a mandrel, this is the bangle mandrel, and I just get that around the mandrel. Now I'm going to actually go higher up at the narrower point of the mandrel, because even though that's unlikely to be, well, it might be the size of your wrist, but it's unlikely to be the size of most people's wrist. It's always better to actually make it smaller.
Just looking at it, probably
yeah,
is.
Probably is. To make it smaller, then stretch it bigger. If you make it larger, it's a bit trickier to make it smaller because it loses its it becomes harder to work with, basically.
And if you do want the mandrel, you can see it is available on screen now. It's your wooden round bracelet mandrel. Length is 15 inch. Again, don't forget, postage and packing will include whatever size, whatever length of parcel we need to deliver to you. So you don't need to worry about whether it's an additional fee for such a big parcel to be delivered, because obviously it's weighty because it's wooden.
Yeah.
But don't worry about that. We will send it to you within that postage and packaging offering. So if you would like to get the wooden mandrel, we can offer that to you right now with your price tag of just $9.95. That is a good price tag, isn't it?
Very good.
Can I just show? Can I just?
Yeah,
sorry, am I allowed to
absolutely.
say?
Yeah.
So it gives you the variety of obviously of wrist size. Do you know? Do you kind of start to get an instinct of what size you like to use?
You do. What you can do, actually, you can. If you look up the measurement, and you can actually mark it off.
I was wondering that, whether you just marked it.
Or use a marker pen on there to mark off for yourself.
Exactly. So you do have the tapered shaping of this. So diameter-wise, it's 1.3 to 2.5 from the top to the bottom of that solid mandrel. That's what it is. It is a mandrel.
Or a rolling pin if you want it.
Yes. Oh, that'll do me.
So just back onto the mandrel, and then basically just to harden that up again, or harden it up, is with your hide or nylon hammer. You want to use that because you don't want to mark the surface. But if you did want to mark the surface, you would use a metal-headed hammer. Okay. And just hammering onto that. Now, ideally, I'd have a harder background, so steel block or what have you. But with this, that's absolutely fine. And with the nylon-headed hammer, it's actually hardening it, not causing any damage, and it's just making life a little bit easier because it means that it's going to keep, there you go, instantly. You can see straight away that it's actually, now I didn't do that with that one, so this is already going to be a bit more structural.
Do you want to know why it's doing it?
Are you going to tell us?
I don't know.
It's pushing the particles all the way together. So when you've got softer particles,
that's right.
Yeah.
Because they run in this metal. They run almost in a stream, and they're all dotted around, right? So in metal, it's totally different to any other form of particle formation, and they kind of form like this. So they're all jagged, but they're actually in lines. So when you're hammering it, what you're actually doing is just knocking them together, so that that's how you get the structure. So it's actually that you're almost just going bit together, because
putting
they're
the
floating
puzzle back together again.
They're floating away.
Oh, amazing! That's exciting.
It's cool, isn't it?
Okay. So now to start to add your detail onto that, I'm going to use 2 strands of the 0.4 wire, and I'm going to use the dark nugget apatite as the focal point that's going to bridge the 2 rows of wire together. So I'm getting 2 strands of their 0.4 wire through there, which shows you that those holes
that's really
is quite
good,
generous, isn't it?
Yeah, really
so that's
good.
essentially 8.8.
Yeah.
And then to get that into the middle of that, because I'm working again from the middle and along. Now, this is the really easy bit. We've done all the hard stuff or the complicated stuff. Just split that out, and we're going to start to wrap. It's your standard normal wrapping, and I'm just going to do about 3 or 4 wraps between each bead. Now the trick here is do a little loop, and then you pull it back on itself, and that makes it nice and tight. And you repeat that a few times. Pull it back on itself. If you don't want it to be so close together, you don't pull it back on itself, but it gives you a nice tight finish. It just means that you've got a bit more wrapping to do. And once you've done that, do the same on the other side. So flip it over and repeat the process. Just making sure that I'm doing it the right side. There you go. It doesn't really matter which side you go on, to be honest, as long as you're getting a bit of security on there. And what I'm doing, when I'm bringing it around, I'm not feeding it through with the pointy end. I'm using the curve of my finger, and I'm pulling it through like that. And that prevents any serious bends and kinks in the wire. Because if you do get some bends into that wire, particularly the 0.4, it becomes a bit more fragile. So I'm trying to prevent any breakages and any rough having to kind of repair it along the way. If you do a slightly uneven or unneat wrap, you just scooch it along, and it should help make it look a bit neater again. And then just repeat that again and again. Now when I want to start to add on any of the spacing detail onto it, you can use, now on the original one I've actually used the chips, and on this one I'm going to use the little discs, and the main reason for that is because it's easier to see the holes. So that's why I'm going to go for that. But I've done that on the other necklace, and you can see how it's effective using either one of those beads.
Yeah.
So if I bring that bead onto here, and then, now this is actually quite an important thing to note. You can see if I've started to wrap around this way, it's really important that I follow the direction of wrap, because quite often you could take it round the other way, and that means it's really quite easy to unravel itself. Make sure that you keep on going in the flow of direction that you want it to be in, or keep it in the same direction. There we go. And then, to be honest, it's the same thing all the way along. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how to add on, well, if I add on the next large bead, you're now only going to add on one strand, and then you start to wrap and it follows down that way, and then this actually goes through the next one. So it actually just goes opposite, and you continue all the way along.
Amazing.
Yeah, so, and I've only done it, you know, in the central area of that cuff. You can go all the way to the edge. You can use the wire wrapping all the way to the edge to finish it off a bit more.
You could do choke, you could do some, you
Absolutely.
could really create like a variety
Absolutely.
of style.
Yeah.
And Anila's just messaged in and she said that she thought it was a great demonstration as well.
Thank you. That's very kind of
yeah,
you.
isn't
Thank
it?
you.
And actually I have to agree, because these are the kind of, oh, we've got to bring it in. All right, here we go.
Ah, thank you.
Lovely. Thank you so much for your message.
Pleasure.
And actually, I have to say, sometimes these are the moments where you kind of, yeah, just do it, Vix. You could do that one. You could do that one.
There you go.
And it's a really important thing, because I do need sometimes that moment where you go, you can do that one, Vix.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Yeah. Especially, did you get the mandrel? Because I think that's
Ooh,
another
I
way
hope
of
you
making
did.
things a bit easier as well,
I use
isn't
that
it?
all the time. And I
Yeah.
use that, I mean, I do a lot of sterling silver and precious metal work, and I use it on that as well. So.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that I would go, oh, I don't need that. But when you see how easy it is to let you go, just make it easier on yourself, Vix.
Really does,
Much easier.
yeah.
So if you would like that mandrel, I don't know whether there's any left in stock, but if it is, it's yours for the taking. Right then, let's go straight to, oh, I love this gemstone. Especially if you got the turquoise earlier on.
And this kit.
And the apatite. I
Yeah.
put them all together. I just blend them as a mass of gorgeous tropical ocean colours. This is Larimar, a gem that's really, really popular at the moment. The big jewellery house names, I mean, probably your most well-known names are using this gemstone as a feature. That and Aquapraise and Chrysoprase, absolutely nailing the qualities of some of the world's most respected designs. And what's essentially happening, I was about to say what's essentially happening is that because it's been Jewellery House gemstone, it's suddenly become a really expensive gemstone. $39.95 is all you pay. In the big JCK event, where essentially all of the big jewellery houses launch their brands, their collections, their one of a kinds, and the main deals that happen in the gemstone world in JCK are one single gemstone sales. They don't sell parcels, they sell one-offs, and that's where all of the big jewellery houses go. This is one of the big gemstones for that time.
Oh, wow.
One of the really important gemstones, and you've just got it for $39.95. I know. Where's the 4, 5, 6 figures that you perhaps would expect? Amazing opportunity. One of my favourite ever gemstones, ever, is Mookaite.
Is it really?
I absolutely love this gemstone.
Is it the warmth of it? What is it?
Well, it's interesting because it's not in my normal colour palette at all.
Yeah.
But every time I see it, I get really excited because I think I really like the idea of that comes from one place and it looks, every single one is so different. I love the fact that it's exactly the same gemstone, but it can be mustard, it can be russet, it can be auburn, it can be all manner, but it's exactly the same gemstone. And in each stone, you're either going to get one or the other or all of those different palettes of colour. I really think it's a fab gem to have in your collection. I think it's an interesting gemstone because
interesting.
You know it is the real deal. It is the real deal. And it is here for the taking. 200 carats of mookaite. Now I do apologise, but obviously it's a I may as well highlight the fact it is a graphical error. It says from Austria, but there's only one place in the world that this gemstone can come from, and it's in South Australia. So
it looks like it comes from Australia, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not from
no. It's from the
hardy
Mooka Creek.
country.
Yeah, it's from the Mooka Creek. It's the only place in the world it can come from. The Mooka Creek in not Austria, but Australia. Just a few hundred, maybe even thousands miles to keep them apart. That's okay. Distance between Austria and Australia. Come on, let's guess. Right, everybody has to guess the distance.
I'm going to say about 750
kilometres. Oh, you're going kilometres. We're doing it kilometres, so you're going 750 kilometres. I'm going 1,450
and it's got to be more than that. It's got to be more than that.
Tom, what are you going for?
27,000.
27,000 miles. It's gone miles though. So make that into kilometres. So that's probably about. You're saying about 15,000.
What did you say?
I said 1,400 kilometres.
No, it's about
12 and a half. Go on then. Oh, Adam's saying 12 and a half.
It probably is.
Answer from Austria to Australia. 14,200. That means Adam's the winner. A bit more than 1,000. A bit more than. What did you say?
I know, because I was thinking some people run 100 kilometres afterwards. Yeah.
What? It says £3.95.
Whoa.
£3.95 is all you pay. I mean, goodness me. That really is impressive. An incredible opportunity. Apologies, as I say, for the graphical error. We do know, obviously, it's from Australia.
That's an apology price.
That is an apology price, absolutely. We do apologise that, obviously, the graphical error there.
I love that multicoloured one that's there.
There's loads of them, though.
I
mean,
that
look at that one.
Yeah, look at that.
Really funky.
Yeah,
and that actually does show you the different arrangement of colours. You can go cream, you can go mochas, you can go cappuccinos, you can then go reds and russets, you can go mustards. Congratulations, that's £3.95. $3.95 you've just paid there. Incredible deal. Let's go to... Let's do that. Let's go some gorgeous pearls. I love the shade of this gemstone. I love the fact that pearls can be creams, they can be champagne, they can be but actually they all have that same shimmering finesse. No matter what colour they are, they all have that gorgeous luxury quality about
them. That's
them.
what pearls are timeless. And you said earlier, you know, they never go out of fashion. No. They just stunningly
hold
beautiful.
their own, don't they?
Yeah.
And you've got here this exquisite lavender tone of your very own freshwater cultured pearls. The combination here, 8x9, really is the full strand. The strand is 38 centimetres. And as you can see there, the colour tone that you have, from the pinks to the lavenders, the purple tones, even some blossom colours coming through there. And that's obviously because of the pearlescence you get and the tonal value in each one of these stones. And when we start to talk about the colour and the tone and the saturation of gemstones, those are all important aspects of how you grade gems. But with pearls, there's a lot more grading qualities. There's actually 7 grading qualities that you look for in pearls. I reckon this is ticking pretty much most of them. All of this look, all of this quality of your very own freshwater lavender pearls for just $16.95. I mean, part of me just has been wanting to put these to the neckline for the whole time because I think that's where they belong. I just think I see that and I just go, yep, that's it. And I know it, obviously, loads of people will get cross with me and go, no, Vix, it needs to be on the wrist. No, Vix, it needs to be the ear. I upset, but I just think my instinct on a necklace, my instinct on a pearl strand like this is a necklace, just because I think it just creates such a lavish feel to the quality. I mean, it does have it makes you almost sit with your shoulders further back. It makes you sit with it, feel more a little bit proud. Yeah, it does. Yeah, $16.95 is all you pay there. Carol, you've got yours. Congratulations, Elaine, you've definitely got yours as well. I've got Suzanne confirmed on this one. Q's on the phone lines that Tom's just said, so if you've got a phone in your hand, keep it there. Your call will be answered and everybody will pay the final low price tag. Now, do we fancy another wire bundle?
Go on.
Wire. Why not? Did that especially for you there, Adam. No, you're welcome. This is your, I mean, we have done some cracking wire bundles this evening, haven't we? We have done some absolute beauties, but we're going to keep going. Excuse me, I'm going to have a little cough.
It's a bit like the turquoise goes beautifully with the copper. So that's why it would go beautifully with the kit that we just had as well.
It really would.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's got that beautiful, and I think actually for us, the collaboration of playing with not just gemstones, but actually playing with the ingredients that build the gemstones up, the wire, the findings, the threads. That's where jewellery really comes interesting. That's when your design really transforms.
Absolutely.
And sometimes I think when you start to design, and especially I know for myself, I'm still like this. You know, you stop and you pause. Is it right? Is it? Oh, I don't know whether this is going to look. Do you know what? If it's wrong, you can break it down and start all over again.
Absolutely, that's why when you...
It's the best thing about it.
Absolutely.
And if it feels right, then it is right. And that's the thing about, again, with jewellery making, there's no right, there is no wrong.
No.
And you've just got to appreciate that it's, especially when you get this amount of wire, you've got plenty of opportunity to practice, to trial. If it isn't right, start again and you're not losing out. You know, so much scope to design with. So the combination that you have here, starting off, 50 metres of your round copper wire. This is your open exposed copper wire. It's your 0.4 mil gauge and you're getting 50 metres. You're going to get a further 50 metres. This time it's your rose gold coloured round copper wire. This is your 0.4 mil. So 2 lots of your 0.4, rose gold finish and your copper wire. Then we're adding in your silver plated round copper wire. This is 10 metres of 0.4, and to top it off with that 4.4 mil bundle, you've got 20 metres of your hematite coloured silver plated copper. I love that one with that gorgeous lustrous quality about it. $9.95. Now, per meterage, that is definitely the lowest that we've done, because that's 100, that's 110, that's 130 metres for 9. That is definitely the lowest price that we've done for the amount of metre. That's got to work out at less than 10 pence a metre. 8p, 8 pence a metre of wire. And the thing is that's wire that is guaranteed to work its socks off for you.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
That's the 0.4 is the wire that you will turn to and turn to and turn to.
Yeah.
0.4 is the gauge that will guarantee that it will work in every manner of style and design, whether it's binding, threading, you know, working with it. You know, in this type of design, you couldn't make what you're doing if it wasn't with the 0.4, really. Because it needs to be solid, but it also needs to be malleable. And 0.4 is that gauge that ticks the box, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got this, oh my life, 130 metres of wire. And I like the fact that it's all different. I like the fact that you've got, you know, you can play with copper, you can play with the rose gold, you can play with the silver plated, which is obviously one of our most traditionally sought after 0.4 gauge, and then the hematite. I mean, part of me to be like interested in this is I want to actually mix to make the 0.4, 0.8. Ow, well done me, straight down my finger.
Do you want some pliers?
Let's have a look. I'm just thinking, I want to do this. Oh, you knew what I was going to do as well, didn't you? I want to do that, and then I want to do this, because I want to mix them together. Okay. I want to see the hematite with the silver.
It would work really well, yeah.
You
get a nice contrast between the two.
No, simple wire twisting tool.
Oh, when you make the spiral.
Yeah, that's it. I want to see it.
That would look very cool.
Like a candy cane, I'm not doing very well with a candy cane because I don't think I'm just going, no, you're not, Vix, just get the tool. I mean, honestly, Vix, just get the tool. Get the tool, Vix. But I just wanted to see what it looks like. Yeah, you're going to do a much neater job at home, that's for sure. But actually, I just wanted to see how it mixes together. It actually mixes really nicely. That combination, I've done that. Thank you. $9.95. I like that though.
Yeah, I do as well.
But I would then take probably the rose gold and then even try to twist that in.
Yeah.
And just like, you know,
tone.
And then you're making a thicker gauge of wire, but you're also making a textured coloured wire as well.
And a point of
difference. I know Rachel does quite a lot of that. One of our amazing guest designers, our wirework guest designer, Rachel Norris, will often, the first time I ever met her, I'm pleased to meet you, and she went, I can't shake your hands, and she literally had twisted wire, and she must have had like kind of, it felt like, you know, 20 or 30 reels of like twisted coloured wire. And I just thought, gosh, it just looked so impressive.
Wow.
The different colour varieties that you can play with, and you could do that with this combination. $9.95. It's for I know that looks really rubbish. You get the idea. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. Broken it. Sorry. Just twisted. I can't. I don't know what to do. I can't fix that one. Shall we go to Ruby? Ooh, look at this. Luxury ruby. Now I'm going to guess. Oh, now I wasn't going to guess that. I was going to guess Madagascar. I was not going to say Mozambique. Ooh. Does Mozambique mean? It can't be. Hang on a minute. Oh, maybe it could be. What price tag? Okay, so when you go to Madagascar, you go to the place these days called Malagasy. Malagasy's got this incredible colouring about it. It's really a fabulous gemstone location, and that's why when I picked this up, I thought, oh, it's going to be Malagasy because the colour's there.
Okay.
Yeah, there. Instant Madagascar. And then I go, no, it comes up with Mozambique, and I go, what? Because Mozambique location is not always about colour, it's actually about surface integrity. Oh. Because with ruby, what you normally get is quite a pitted surface. Ruby it's a corundum, but it's a corundum with chromium, so therefore it naturally on the surface will have like a pitted rise and fall rather than a smooth integral surface. So when I looked at this, my instinct was, well, there's the colour, it's got to be from Madagascar. But actually, I don't know how close you guys can get, but look at the surface integrity of this stone really, really close. You can get as close as you like, lads. You don't have to be scared of this, because look at how clean that surface is. Look at how smooth it is. Now, most of the time, if you were cutting a ruby and you were getting it from some other places, you would expect that to be pitted, you know, quite surfacely. So that's why it obviously is from Mozambique, because you have the smoothest, but you can run your finger and you'll feel it. It's
Wow.
Most ruby has got much more of a landscape, should we say, of a surface quality, and that's why when you go to different places in the world to source your gemstones, you are going to get something different. Best example is emerald. You go to Siberia for emerald, you are not going to get the same quality of internal, let alone external beauty of the emerald that you're going to get from Brazil. Brazil's going to be different because it's got chromite. Actually, Siberian has got the bamboo inclusions, and then you've got Colombia's got 3-phase. So each location of gemstone will offer you something different. So if you go, oh, Vix, I don't want this because I've got ruby. Have you got ruby from this location? Have you got it from Mozambique? Because if you haven't, what you've got is a different style, you've got a different variety, you've got a different quality, a different finish, and it's really exciting, not just to own ruby from one location, but to actually then see the differential between perhaps the Madagascan quality that you've got, maybe you've even got Brazilian qualities. You see the difference between the different the grading qualities of the gemstones, and you really will see something different. It's really exciting to have that. We're not stopping at 54.95. Oh, going lower. And you've got graded luxury here. You've got the colour of Madagascar, but you've got the surface integrity of Mozambique, and you've got it all for just $39.95. It's a big carat weight as well. I mean, if you think about it, that's 80 carats sat between, let's do a quick count, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Well, 18 is going to get me to the centre. So you've got over 35 gemstones sat into this for 80 carats. So we're looking to the cusp of what, just nearly 2.5 carats per gemstone.
Wow.
Anything over 2 carats in the ruby world is classified as a royal ruby, because you don't find big carat weights of ruby with great grading of colour and surface integrity. So that really is quite impressive at $39.95. Really is quite impressive to get location-based quality, but actually on top of that, a carat weight that drives an incredible look to each piece of jewellery that you're going to create, because each one of those stones is going to sit over 2.5 carats. Absolutely spectacular opportunity that you have there. If you haven't already done so, please do make sure that you pick up the phone, check out your basket so that you don't miss out on this deal. Make sure that you don't miss out. A huge opportunity that we have for you. Yours for the taking. Stay on those lines for me. All I can say is that I think that this could be a sellout. I think this might be a sellout opportunity. Now we're going to move straight on, but I don't know where. My earpiece is, my little talkback thing has decided that it's ready to go home. It needs to go to bed. Let's see. Ah, yes, let's do some peridot. Now then, not just any kind of peridot either. Check out this classic rounds. Yeah, we're looking here at 3mm rounds for your peridot. An amazing quality that you have here. Peridot is a really fresh gemstone. It's a really crisp lime green, golden tone of quality that you have. Now then, 20 carats in your rounds, 20 carats in your rounds in this wonderful. And the size of these, because they're 3mm, I think the good thing is that essentially you can use them as seed beads, can't you? You can use them as perhaps, you know, we were in a beautiful beading showcase, perhaps you use these as a beading essential alongside your spacer beads. You could do that, no problem. 20 carats in your 3mm rounds, really workable, and size gonna make a difference to your designs. One price tag? £4.95 is all you pay. £4.95, less than £5 is all you pay. And if you think about it, if you bought 5 or 6 strands of this, and you go, gosh, that's £25. But 5 or 6 strands of this is actually going to be potentially a nice seed bead style peyote, perhaps. You could do some kind of stitched small seed bead like quality of a bracelet.
Yeah.
But that'd be a full peridot seed bead bracelet.
I know, can you imagine?
I mean, that's the thing.
Luxury,
At this price tag, you could actually do that. And I think in some ways, because often these size of gemstones come at a price, they're normally maybe your £7, £8, £9. To multi-purchase them, it's kind of on the edge of you go, oh, I can't quite justify. But actually, £4.95, you really have got the freedom to be able to make that wonderful stitch-like form, couldn't you? And especially if you've perhaps done some seed beading with the likes of our Mayukis, any of our little seed beads. The good news is you've probably already honed your skill. Now you could just take it into the worlds of genuine gemstones as well. So if you would like to multi-purchase, now is your chance to be able to do so. Well, we've got available for just £4.95. We have got a very special treat. I think it'll go very nicely with everything we've done today. Turquoise, apatite, we've had Larimar. Now we're sticking with the ocean. This time it's ocean jasper.
Ooh.
I've never seen this before.
Haven't you?
And my mindset for ocean jasper was
bluishy colours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah. It's a little bit moonlight-like, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is probably why I like it. But I do love these colours, though, don't I? I do think that you could get the likes of the apatite, get the turquoise, and I actually think if you put it alongside, it probably would work really nicely, wouldn't it?
Well, it is earthy colours. It's the same. Greens are nature. The orange is your sands and your sun, so it is. It's all natural earthy colours.
I mean, that actually you can see that, can't you?
Well.
Yeah, you can really see that. And yet it's not the ocean colour that I expected it to be. I'm going to be hands up there.
That works beautifully, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. So you are actually very much within the almost natural tones of colouring, aren't you? With the ocean, with the sky, with perhaps the richness of nature's palette. And you've got there, I love the shape of these. Solid, impacting to your jewellery design. And you're looking here at the cylinders of 11 by 10 mil. What's good is that size-wise, you only need maybe one on like a cord or a thread.
Absolutely.
You know, if you're doing any kind of macrame, any kind of kumihimo, where you've got the braiding of threads and cords.
Or simple knots as well.
Yes.
And they do have generous holes on them, and actually quite good for masculine jewellery.
I was going to say that. I think that actually it's a very unisex quality.
But if you want to make it a little bit more luxurious, if you put gold spaces in between there, then it changes the tone altogether. So.
And I think actually what's interesting about this, because it's a different shape, it actually then, when it rotates, you see lots of different... If I just take you to this section here, it's so different to the section that I've just shown you.
It is,
because, I mean, if you see these, the variety just there, I mean, look, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got something different in each one of them. So, again, it's almost going back to that principle of take one, let it be a showcase. Take one and let it show you. I mean, that one I love.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it I don't think ocean. I'm going to put my hands up and go, I don't think ocean. But actually, what I do love is the individual...
Maybe rivers, inland rivers.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But such a spectacular quality about it. Really, really beautiful. Look, £19.95. Every single one of these cylinders is different. Look at that.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Definitely got a mookaite quality to it.
I mean, where's that mookaite? Oh, yes. I mean, actually, if you look at that, that would go very nicely together, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be really complimentary. If you got the mood kite, don't forget the mood kite was £3.95. I know, that still baffles me. £3.95 for the mood kite. So if you do want that, it's yours for the taking. We're not stopping with your Ocean Jasper. These are these fantastic feature cylinders. Oh, down to £12.95. You've got a lot going on here. I mean, let's just count to halfway, I think. Is that halfway?
Yeah, thereabouts.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 to the middle. So that means you've got 34? No, it's more than 34. 37.
20, 30. 34.
30, 34. It's 34. It's 34. Definitely 34 that you've got. Well, actually, obviously, every strand will be different, right? So give me the price per bead. 34 of them. 38 pence each. So let's go back to the principle.
Yeah.
Nice, just simple leather cord.
Yeah.
1 or 2, 3, maybe even 3. You know, for the wrist. You know, when you've got the rotation bars, where you've got that. You know, so they can
roll
move.
on your wrist.
Yeah. I mean,
stunning.
And you're looking at less than £1.
So basically, if you put it all together, you can charge £5.
Well, if you think that you know, maybe 2 or 3. Takes you just over £1. Add in the leather cord, that's probably going to be, what, 70p, something like that, for a full leather max, really. But if you say that, so it's going to cost you about 150-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing, isn't it?
The markup on that.
Yeah, we'll do that. I know most people would be happy with a 50% markup, but no, this is a lot more than that. An amazing opportunity here to create something different. And don't forget, with your designs, you are looking for originality. You're looking for your jewellery to be different to everyone else's. You know, the pleasure of jewellery making is that you're not mass producing, you're not stamping out the same piece of jewellery over and over again. Therefore, the jewellery you wear is the jewellery that nobody else is wearing. And therefore, I think you've got that individuality to this quality. You really have got that unique £12.95 and yours for the taking. And you have got that wonderful warmth and richness. I think especially coming up into the autumn and the winter season as we are. I mean, I can imagine nice big cable knit jumper.
Yes,
and because
absolutely.
these are so solid, because they are sizable, actually one whole necklace that just gives that weight. It would be really striking, wouldn't it?
Or if you wanted it to be longer, if you just put some gold chain on the top of it, that would look really impactful.
You could almost, you could do lariat style it so that you had little chain, bit of gemstone, little chain and gemstone, so you can almost create a 30-inch drop. Because then you've got the weight, you've got the individuality and spacing the gemstones out. So you've got that real freedom to indulge. And that's the thing about £12.95 as a full strand price tag. It's indulging time. It's time to treat yourself. And perhaps you've never tried this gemstone before. At £12.95 you've got the opportunity. It is, of course, an offer that we can't guarantee £12.95. Now, obviously, I want to remind you, Nigerian tourmaline, we are about to close the deal on this one. Right? If you put into your basket and you haven't checked out yet, brand new for me. I've never seen us do anything like this. Nigerian tourmaline available for you, and that is yours for the taking. Make the most of this opportunity right now. Check out your basket so you don't miss out. Please don't miss out on this one, because once it's gone, it's gone. What should we do next? Quick deal. Let's do a quick deal. I say let's stick with the colour. Let's stick with the colour that we've had all night, because I think that this is a real cracking colour. I think we both agree, because we're wearing it today. It is your neon appetite, and of course, if you've got the kit, this is now an add it to your order opportunity. One postage and packaging for the whole day. 1p&p gives you the chance, if you buy the bundle, if you buy a strand, if you buy maybe a mandrel or a gemstone kit, whatever it is you've bought today, you've paid your postage and packaging, now you're adding to your order 50 carats of your very own neon appetite graduated plain rondelles. The colour is bouncing through each one of these stones. really crisp and vibrant, and you've got that deal for just £19.95. And I think in some ways, when you do think of the qualities that we've captured in the turquoise today, that we've been able to capture, that you've offered us, I mean, I see the bracelet that you've made, and instantly you know what you could do with this kind of strand.
Absolutely.
£19.95 is all you pay, under £20. Stay on those phone lines, and of course, again, don't forget that one-off Nigerian deal. I don't know, I genuinely don't know anything other than this is a deal that I wouldn't want to miss out on. If you have an origin, we guaranteed it at double figures, but we didn't stop at £99.95. We took you to £69.95. So it is worthy of checking out. Don't forget, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee with everything. If you've got this appetite, still got 30 days. 30 days that says, if it isn't right, send it back. Your money goes back into your account. Don't think you will, but at least you know you've got the option. I have to say big thank you for your company. It's been so much fun. Thanks to the team for all of the lovely hard work. I'll be back with you tomorrow evening from 6 o'clock. So I look forward to seeing you then with more treats. Good night. Bye-bye.
Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the